Hello, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Wrath. I'll be your daddy today. I'm here joined by some amazing people, some new people who probably don't even know me and are very confused about what the fuck I'm doing. I haven't even had a chance of setting up cameras. I haven't had a chance to meet these people, so I'm going to be really reliant on their character introductions to really introduce themselves. So no pressure. Before we get into this is going to be a one shot. It's written, prepared, and DM'd by Mr. Pickles. He is the voice actor behind characters such as Grunkle from King's Crossing, and also Morgan.
Yes.
From The Dirty Journey. So that's him. He also is the storyteller and mastermind behind Strange Town Golden Ridge. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful campaign you can find over on the YouTube, featuring 2 full series right now. So go look that up when you're done watching this. But in the meantime, over to Mr. Pickles.
Yes, I am Mr. Pickles, and what has started as a joke, one shot, has now become something that we actually have people here for. So I joked that I would make a one-shot based off of the Evil Bong franchise, and if you're familiar with it, or if you're just hearing it for the first time, you know that that is not something that people would normally take seriously. But here we are. We are going to be doing an adventure, a single adventure that might take a few sessions to do, that is about a group of people, college kids, going to a mansion that one of them inherited to have a good time and party. And with that, I think we should explain who the characters are here. How I'm going to do this is I'm going to kind of give a basic idea of your character and then throw it over to you to say any personality you want to add, as well as answer any questions that I had from character creation that we didn't really go through. So each character has a few skills and a wild die. And we'll start with our stoner, because this is Mr. Pickles' Evil Bong. That's our credit intro. You are the stoner, and so you have the skill of smoking weed, and that's an entire thing dedicated to connecting to your wild die and how you generally increase your luck. Smoking weed is how you try and succeed. You also have a drummer. You have a hobby as a drummer. You don't have a drummer. And you otherwise don't have many skills. Is there anything you'd like to add about your character, including her name?
Yeah, so I'm Dakota, but most people just call me DK. Because I don't really like my original name, so let's just keep it that way. Thanks. I'm just one of those people who's like, fuck around and find out. So basically, if you piss me off, I'm gonna fuck you up. But otherwise, I love my friends and I'm gonna take care of them. And that means getting high and having fun.
Perfect. Anybody familiar with the Evil Bong series would know that there is usually a nerd character that knows a lot of things. And that's why we have Rookie here playing the nerd. He has a lot of experience with academics and science. Anything that you would learn at a university, you have some experience with. You've taken double majors, and some of them are just fun for you, like theoretical physics and such. You might have a favorite class, but we can get to that when we get more into things. You also have a general ability with most things, as long as it's not athletics or trying to knock somebody out. You are pretty darn good at applying yourself to anything. You have very high natural luck with your wild die at a D8, but you don't want to burn any brain cells by being near those stoners. Is there anything you'd like to add about your character, including the name?
Hi, my name is Elijah. As you've heard, I'm the nerd of the group, I guess. So anything relating to academics, science skills, anything that requires the brain cells, I'm your guy to go to. And yeah, I'm not really strong in the sense of athletics, but I know my way around things. You don't need muscles to solve everything.
Perfect. Because I didn't want everybody to just be forced into the stoner role or the nerd role, I opened up a few other options, and we'll throw it over to our troubled goth, who might be glaring at us from behind her sunglasses. She knows a lot about occult things and music in generally. You picked the piano as your specialty. What you know the most about when it comes to music is piano and likely classical music. Correct me if I'm wrong in a moment. You also know quite a bit about other topics. You're very resourceful, but you have a weakness. And You did share it publicly, so I guess I'll share it here. Your group of friends know you do not like spiders whatsoever, unless you want to change that. Your luck is very stable. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Sky, about your troubled goth, including her name?
Yeah, I mean, I think that she's um, pretty typical gothic. She's very introverted and quiet, but she's very intelligent and intellectual. And she knows a lot about everything and everybody because she's more of an observer. And her name is Lilith, which is definitely going for her troubled goth character.
Yeah, definitely. And that brings us to our final character, the joke class in a joke campaign. Violent son of a bitch. That's what you picked, and I don't know why I named it that, but, well, you're very good at violence. And something you'll have to answer for me here is, what is your specialty in violence? Is your character more into blades or blunt weapons? You'll also need to add for me, there's more to you than just violence. And so at some point during this one shot, you'll need to mention to me, what is your weakness or your passion? Does your character like violence except for flowers, for example? Or animals would be an easy one to pick. You can get back to me on that. But you also have the weakness of you don't have any luck at all. You're not rolling any wild die unless something comes up in the story that gives you a wild die. So you'll be rolling single dice, unlike the rest of these normal, non-violent psychopaths. Is there anything you want to add? Your character's name, what weapons you prefer to use, what your weakness and passion is.
My character is Amber. She's a cute, innocent little peach, but don't get on my bad side because I'm a nightmare. My fear is gnomes, and I think I like blades. Anything sharp, I guess.
Gnomes, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. And blades. All right, that makes sense. So we have this group of college kids. You're probably in your early 20s, but that doesn't necessarily have to be true. You guys could certainly be any age. But the main thing to know is we are at the end of fall semester, and it has been a shitty fall semester. You guys have just barely made it through, it feels like. You got the decent grades you should expect for your character class. The nerd, Elijah, you did get all A's, of course, but there were those single points that you missed off of a test that kind of just grated at you a bit. The rest of you, of course, got at least passing grades, but not straight A's like Elijah. So you made it through, and at the end of the semester, one of you, well, your Grandpa Cyril died. Whose Grandpa Cyril died? Anybody can take this. Somebody has to take this. We can roll
I really
die.
miss him. My grampy.
Your Grandpa Cyril died.
My grandpa.
Anybody want to contest that the stoner's grandpa died? All right, your Grandpa Cyril died, and it was a good thing. In fact, you'd say
I'm
it
so
was a great
happy
thing.
he's gone.
He was an
tears
absolute
of joy.
misogynist piece of shit. It is a bit racist too, but he was so actively misogynist at every point towards you that, it just overshadowed everything. He was a bitter, vile man who was successful at business. And so as such, he had a lot of money, and you're the reason why there's a party. You can add to your character sheet. You gain a new skill. It's a D8, and you can just write down rich.
Oh, yeah.
You inherited a lot of money at the end of this shitty semester, and you inherited a house out in the woods, his mansion, that a thought crossed your head. Why not have a party with all of my friends? And that's where we bring in the rest of this group here. The rest of you, well, you're friends, of course, but one of you gets to pick something as well. One of you owns a shitty van. Who wants to be the owner of a shitty van?
I could be the owner of the shitty van.
Oh, there's a contest.
There's
I'll let him
contest.
have it.
Roll
I'll
for
let
it.
him
Roll
have
for it.
You can
Roll
roll
for
for it, or you can
Sure.
let him have it.
No, you can let
No,
him
we
have
can
it.
roll for it. We can roll for it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Go for it.
Okay.
What you want to roll? D20?
Roll if you should roll for it.
Yeah, you know what? For just a basic like contesting thing where I don't think there's any skills that apply here, let's roll some d20s. Just roll your d20
Okay.
because we don't get to use that very often.
7.
10.
All right,
There you go.
you own the the shitty van, and that's the thing. It was a shitty van. You can add to your character sheet D8 driver of a van because your experience with this van has been that it was hard to handle. It broke down very, very frequently, and you learned. You expanded yourself from that. You fixed it up, and that is the van that we're all riding in here. You have a pretty good understanding of how to drive vehicles based on how terrible it was. You can fix a lot of mechanical issues like that with this driver skill. So you guys are all driving in the Pacific Northwest kind of area, traveling for several hours now from your college university area to this party, this mansion that you're theoretically going to be able to party. Where you were staying at your university, there wasn't spaces where you could maybe smoke up or do whatever you want or just make loud noise, play loud music. There are restrictions there, and here, there probably won't be. And that's why this is the depiction here of you guys traveling along the road. And now while you're driving, how exactly are you guys all friends? Did you meet in a class? Are any of you childhood friends? What is your sort of general level of friendship?
Would you like to take Amber?
I think Lilith can take this one.
Yeah, make Lilith. Yeah, I agree.
I think that oh, geez, of course. I think that in high school, we all met in high school and had to do a group project together. And of course, the teacher decided that us three misfits needed to be together and work on this group project together. And ever since then, we've kind of kept together, and that really made us form a bond, an inseparable bond.
Yep, that works for me. High school friends going to college together. You're inseparable. And after that terrible time, you're all driving to this mansion. Can I ask, Dakota, or DK, I should say, do your friends know that you're rich now, or have you kept it on the down low just with you inherited a house kind of thing?
I tend to keep to myself. So they might. I feel like Amber might know. I feel like Amber and I are probably the closest, but it's mainly because I try to be the bad bitch, but really she's the scary one. And so we've kind of connected, and we're probably besties, so I probably told her all this. The others probably don't know.
Well, that is fair. So as you're driving along, you guys are all going to this destination, and boom, boom, your van starts to break down again. It's been going good these last few hours,
Not again.
but
I just fixed this thing.
yeah, you pull off alongside the road. And you guys are at this picturesque. It's probably 11 a.m. at this point. Overlook of a river, mountainous area. You see the forest, and everything seems nice and fresh out here. So you're at least able to enjoy a moment as you are all staring across the landscape. Is there anything you want to do while you're waiting for a potential fix?
Yes. Do we need to pause and do something with the tech issues? I just saw your guys' messages.
Oh, there's messages.
Sky.
Oh, yeah. Sky, if you need to drop out, we can assume your character is just asleep
Dead. Oh.
in the back seat.
Yeah, that might be better because I'm trying, but I can like barely hear you guys, and it's really robotic. And yeah, I feel like I'm missing like half the lore. Like I don't know anything about what's his name character. Sorry, I forgot. Not Pickles, the other guy. I don't know anything about your character because I missed that whole part.
That's DK.
She's
Yeah,
she's cool, I swear.
She's
yeah,
sad.
I didn't even know that.
She's
So,
sad.
yeah, let,
She's sad.
let me just drop out, and I will try again. I'll try again next week. I'm so sorry. I
No,
thought it
it's
was
okay.
going to be fine, but obviously.
No, it's all good. We'll continue on. You're asleep in the back seat of the van.
Yes, perfect. That's exactly where my gothic ass needs to be. Okay.
All right, we'll see you next week then.
Okay, thank you guys. Have fun. I'm so sorry. Have the best time.
We'll try.
Right.
I can't make a heart properly. Your 7 works. You can obviously make out this entire area. You've already pre-mapped this in your brain, more or less, the path that you guys are going to be going and when you'll be doing stops. Nobody is going to be running out of gas on your watch, unless they ran out of money. But yeah, you are right on plan. You should be about 30 minutes away from the next town that you're going to, a Golden Ridge. That's where you can probably stock up on a little bit of food, maybe stop at a restaurant or something. It's coming up on noon, so you would have had that as a potential plan. You glance over at DK, who's fiddling with something. Thinks they'll probably be hungry.
Okay.
Amber, you presumably are going to want to try and fix this, aren't you?
Yes.
Why don't you go ahead and roll your driver skill, your D8, and you're a violent son of a bitch, so you don't get a wild die. You just have your D8.
Let me find
Question: if people get secondhand high, can I give them a wild die?
No, that is
Damn.
your special ability.
Okay.
Nobody's a degenerate like you.
Fact.
I got a 7.
I was talking about my
7.
character, Pickles. God.
Though in theory, you could give them your ability if they wanted a mentor. Your 7 is certainly enough to fix up your vehicle. The concern was that something might have broken entirely, and you'd need to just repair it a little bit to get to town. But no, you're able to just refasten a few things, and your van is back in action. It was just slipping. You guys can all get back into the van if you don't want to do anything more at this just scenic lookout as you head into town.
Just to scare them, can I beat on my car like it was something serious and then just be like, all right, we're good?
Yeah, how do you guys react to that?
I fall off the roof of the car. I
Jump
sat up
scare.
there cross-legged, fiddling with things and with contraband, and I'll roll backwards off the top and land. Ow!
Did you want to roll your fiddling skill?
Hell yeah! Well, I figure I'm prepping things for later.
Okay, you can prep for later.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Okay. I want to make sure I'm prepped.
Yeah, you're definitely prepped, locked and loaded. You've
Fun
got
fact
some bullets
for
in the
anyone.
chamber.
I'm playing a stoner, and I've never done a drug in my life, so I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's awesome.
I'm prepping the
prepping things.
Yeah, we are able to get all into the vehicle here. Or Elijah, is there anything you wanted to react to her banging on the vehicle, very crudely?
I'm stuck with a lunatic here. To a little jump scare. Yeah.
Yeah, you can all get back into the van, and you drive a bit further. And as Elijah thought correctly, it's about a half hour. Brings you into Golden Ridge, a small town in the Pacific Northwest. It's got 20,000 population, so it's a decent size, but it's not too gigantic. There's a number of restaurants, places to get gas. It's sort of a stopping point before going into the wilder parts of the general area. Did you guys want to stop for anything? Any supplies beyond your packed clothes, hygiene products, food? You could always try and get more alcohol if you wanted. I mean, if you wanted to bring alcohol, you probably brought at least a bit, like a 18-pack or a bottle of vodka. But if you wanted more, this would be the time to stop for that.
Who
I just want to make sure.
is Elijah driving?
Sorry. No, I'm not driving.
I'm driving.
It would be, yeah.
Oh. Is it her car or his car?
Mine.
It's
Okay.
Amber's van.
Oh, I thought he won. Sorry,
You won that one.
Okay.
Why would I beat on his
That's
car?
why I was confused. It's like I'd start punching his car. Okay, so she's driving. I'm gonna be twirling a drumstick and waiting for us to pull over, if we do. But it's up to her.
Yeah, I say let's pull over.
As we pull over, where are you? Like, are you just like getting your bearings in the town to look stuff up, or are you going anywhere in particular?
I think just the gas station.
Okay, yeah, you can pull into a gas station and refuel if you need to. You probably do, just in case, being out in the wild, you might need it if you really, really need it. A quick question: as the violent character here, you likely have some weapons with you. I would say you have 2 that are probably concealable of some kind, and then 1 that you can not conceal, if you'd like. Like, if you wanted to bring a katana here, this would be the time to do it, since you can't carry those visibly on campus. But the 2 concealed are ones you're probably more experienced with. What
Okay.
weapons do you have?
Um.
I'll count a gun as your visible, even if it's concealable.
Okay.
It's up to you.
So,
Brass knuckles, knives, guns, rocket
have you?
Billy
launchers,
club,
I don't know
taser.
what they're called, but
whips.
my no.
Sure.
Brass
um.
knuckles.
So there's like it looks like a knife, but it's like from your hand to your elbow. Would that be
What?
concealable?
Oh, you
Like a wrist.
You like hold them?
you hold the club in your hand, and it's
Yeah.
basically a blade that runs along the when you're fighting, slashing. I don't know
Yeah.
what it's called. I know what you're talking about though.
That's
Um,
nuts.
What's that?
No, just reacting to her blade.
Oh yeah. I thought you said brass nuts for a second, and I
No.
was like, "Is that really what it's called?"
Bring your
I'm gonna be
brass nuts.
amazed
It's definitely
It's brass nuts.
Yeah, definitely bring
Um,
those.
Be like, let me show you my nuts.
Yeah, certainly you can have you can have 2 of those if you want to use those for your concealables.
Okay.
And that would leave you with 1 more weapon.
Can I do like a dagger strapped to my thigh?
Sure. Yeah, that
Okay.
works. So that's what you have going into this area. I'm assuming your friends might be a little bit aware of your scary arm weapons. But you're not really threatening towards them. So you guys have gotten gas. You might have gotten a few more like beverages or whatnot at the gas station if you'd like.
Yes, I like.
But yeah. So you grab a few things. Is there anything in this town that you specifically want to do? Anywhere you want to stop before you continue on with your quest? It's about midday, so you are getting hungry. Could pick up a pizza before you head off.
Just want to make sure we've got enough money for the gas back, and then we can get whatever we kind of need to groceries wise.
Yeah, Elijah, it's fine. Amber's got this. Amber, pizza.
Yeah. Let's do pizza.
Yes!
I'm gonna be while we're here. Let's get cheese sticks too.
He's ready to spend all the money.
Begins
Yeah,
just playing furiously on the wall of the van.
It's time to do what would be your relative worth spending money as a college student. Amber, that's going to fall under non-violence. So that's a D4 from you.
Okay.
And Elijah, if you'd like to try this as well, see if you have spare money for this, that's
Okay.
going to be D6
Can
with
I
your
roll
wild
for-
dive D8.
Can I roll to see if I have spare money for this?
Yes, you'd be rolling your rich D8.
You said mine was D4?
Correct.
Okay.
Mine's a
3.
D8 and a D6.
Correct.
Okay.
What was
I
that
got
from you?
3.
You got a 3? All right.
I got a 4.
You got a 4?
3 on a D6 and sad to say 1 on a D8.
Yeah, despite your budgeting, you don't really feel like this expenditure would be a good idea. That's going to be like $30, and it's best to save the money. Same with you, Amber.
I'm good with the rations that I bought. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys have food, and Amber, you're not really keen on spending what little you have left after that episode with the van down there,
Piece of shit.
DK, you could swing it.
I want to, while twirling drumstick, joint. Is it a joint?
Yes,
I
that
have a
would be
joint in my ear, not in my ear. That's weird. You know what I mean. Twirling drumstick. I want to skip from the car to the gas station.
You have successfully done so. What do you want to
Nice.
do at the gas station?
I want to turn back and finger gun point at Elijah, and then kick open the door and go into the gas station. I don't know why I'm at the gas station. I mean, I skip out of the gas station, I go all the way back to the pizza place where I meant to go in the first place.
Yeah, we'll say the pizza place is next door. There's a nice fucking pizza place.
Awkwardly walk out of the gas station, turn and walk over to the pizza place.
Do another finger gun as you walk out.
Got him. Got me. I will go.
What's weird is she's not even stoned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just naturally that way.
I'm gonna go to the pizza place and I'm gonna actively look, like, is it glass windows you can see in kind of thing?
Yeah, it looks like a sit down and take out kind of place.
Perfect. I want to actively make it very obvious that I'm flirting to get our pizzas, but really I'm tipping them a bunch of money. But to everyone outside, we would just look like I'm flirting and getting handed pizzas.
Okay, you've smoked too much weed for this plan. Roll your D10.
Yes.
And would anybody else like to join him, or are you just kind of watching as your
This would
friend
be really
stumbles?
awkward if they're just next to me.
Which is watching
be
from
trailing behind.
outside, looking through the window as they.
I'm gonna knock on the window and I'm gonna be like, perk 'em up.
Yeah, I have no idea how to do this. I look to her and I'm like, try and like do it. She's way hotter than me. I can only.
I'll give you a +2 for that.
Fuck yeah! Thanks, Amber. You're
What
the
is
best.
your?
I got. In that case, it would be a 6 total.
All right. That is. It confuses the teenage boy who's taking your order, but
We're
what
both
all did you
flustered,
want
it's
to
fine.
order? Do you want to order like a reasonable amount, or do you want to go a little bit overboard, or do you just want to get like a single pizza?
I'm definitely gonna want a meat lovers. And probably like a vegetarian option. Elijah, do you eat food? I mean,
What?
Elijah!
Yes. What do you want?
What do you eat?
You like run
What
to
do
the
you mean,
door,
what do
open
I
it, and
eat?
yell at him.
Elijah! Did you already tell me?
Anything?
Anything. Anything. Okay, 2 meat lovers for us, and then I don't even know if she likes that. This is terrible. And anything as well. I mean, in everything.
We have calzones and salads and pizzas here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I meant pizzas.
Yeah, the 2 meat lovers pizzas. I get it from the menu.
Right, and then like an everything pizza, like all of them, but on one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's down at the bottom. Everything but all in one. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I read it word for word. It
Oh, I'll get right
even
on
says
it then.
like
Okay.
everything, but like all in one.
It does. It says that specifically as you guys all look at the very disorganized board.
Yeah, hey, knock. You guys outside, look at the board up there.
They can see through the window pretty effectively. Except for the nerd.
My glasses!
I get the glare coming off the glasses. I'm like trying to squint through. I'm like, I can't see.
Yeah, so you're able to pay, of course, with your rather limitless funds. And
My
you guys
flooring.
get 3 extra large pizzas of those various types and are able to load up. You do notice in this town, of course, there is a grocery store. There is a like sporting goods store / hunting store. That might be something you look at and briefly consider. Do you need any camping goods?
Can we
Have,
afford camping goods?
You guys can't. But
But my grandpa died.
DK, hey,
Uh-oh.
have
Oh,
He'll come back.
did you ever go to his mansion, or did you only meet him at like public events?
My grandpa?
Oh, did I freeze?
Yeah, you died there for a minute.
Oh no.
You're back
Am I
now.
alive now?
Yeah, your camera's all brrr, but you're here.
Okay. Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah. It's classic pickles. So were you asking my
Classic Pickles.
the dead geezer?
Oh, yeah.
Did I love him?
Did you ever go to his actual mansion house?
Sorry, that's the biggest mug I've ever seen in my life. The thing is bigger than her head.
What?
I know, isn't it great?
The thing is bigger. Look at that next to her head. That's insane.
It's my favorite cup. It's my coffee cup.
that's a lot of coffee. Way too much coffee.
I don't know if I can play games with her anymore. So Pickles, you wanted to know if I went to events with my grandpa, if I've ever been to this
I
town.
need to get that cup for my wife.
I feel like Pickles might be dying.
He is. It does sound like it.
Went to his mansion. Oh no.
It's camera's frozen as well.
Yeah. I'm seeing the little bars and not looking good.
Oh.
Oh, hold on just a moment. I think I have something that might fix this.
Usually what he does is he'll turn his camera off.
I might
and then
disappear
it'll
for a
start
second.
working.
I think it's
You'll be
with
like,
Discord.
"Mom,
It's
get
usually
off
the
the
cameras.
God, you're as bad as Lilith.
No,
Yes.
she's passed out in the back seat.
She was dead.
Still passed out. I'll go and check up on her.
If she was dead, why would
She's
we
still
put her in the back
alive.
seat and not the trunk?
We're in a van. Isn't the back seat the trunk?
No, not in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Describe your van
Oh.
to me. So I'm guessing you're
What kind of
driving
van
and
do you have?
Elijah's in the passenger seat, and is the back of the van just like one of those full like open like hippie vans, or is there? Yeah. So the back seat is the trunk also.
You're thinking like a Scooby-Doo van, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
okay,
that
yeah,
you
we can go with
referenced that.
that.
That's
I
so
like that
adorable.
Scooby-Doo van.
Okay. Yeah, because I figure
So
I'm
she's laying there in the
laying.
back.
Yeah, I'm laying in the back twirling my drumstick as she's just dead next to me.
Okay.
She's
Do we
starting
have
to
a mattress
stink.
in the back?
I'm gonna give you a permanent marker, and I'm gonna be like, here.
I'll just start drawing on my own face. Kidding.
Be like,
Yeah, I like go to pretend to do it and then accidentally do something. I'm like, oh fuck. We're just having our own RP. We don't need Pickles. He's trying to come back. I hear him giggling at us. Pickles, turn off your camera. See if that fixes it.
Yeah, you don't really need me. I'm just staring at that red bar. I'm not sure if I fixed anything, but I'm trying.
Oh no.
All right. So my question for you was, have you ever been to your grandpa Cyril's mansion out in the woods, or did you only ever see him at family functions where he put you down and mentioned your weight unnecessarily?
Oh. Put me down. Like a rabid dog.
No, he's a bitter misogynist, as I said. You have no reason to ever have any fond feelings about that piece of shit.
Probably only family functions, and I was usually pretty fucked up during them.
That's fair.
Those
Yeah.
pre-Thanksgiving meal walks with all the cousins.
Yeah, the cool cousins. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
See,
so
I know
you
about
didn't
those,
take it
'cause
personally.
I'm a smoker.
You know that.
Yeah.
You show up with a pack of cigarettes and you put it in the wrong way. Your mouth. Are you trying to light the filter? Yeah, I'm a smoker, just like you smokeheads.
Smokeheads, yes.
No.
Yeah. No, just
right,
family functions.
So that's good to know. You only have the address. You don't really know what to expect from this mansion out in the woods, I guess, then. But you guys have 3 pizzas now. You're loaded up in your vehicle. You saw the other options for stores, potentially. Are you ready to pull the trigger and finally go into the woods, up to the mansion to party?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
We're driving on out of this town then. Full tank of gas. You have your food and everything in the back still in the cases. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What did you do,
Is-
Elijah?
Lilith is... Okay, she's still breathing. Okay, she just looks like a
Oh my
corpse.
gosh.
She looks like a corpse when she's sleeping, and so it's kind of confusing. But you guys check her pulse. Still alive.
Yeah, I did check up on her just to make sure.
That's what she normally
Okay.
looks like.
I'm doing her
She's-
makeup.
Kind of scare
But
us
like
for a
a
second.
punk rock makeup. I'm just like dyeing her hair, painting her nails.
So as you guys travel, we're going to go out of Golden Ridge and into the Pacific Northwest roads. Things get a little bit more desolate. You see houses every few miles at a certain point. It's out of town by about like 2 or 3 hours. So you guys have had pizza while you're driving. Well, most of you aren't driving. And I'm assuming, Amber, you can easily eat and drive.
Oh yeah.
So you guys travel along, and as you're going up to this mansion, you see a person on the side of the road. You see him from a great distance, and it kind of looks like a sort of homeless person, or maybe somebody just wearing rough like work clothes, like how somebody might go out to dig ditches and they're just covered in mud, and it just looks like grimy clothes that are durable. But you're not quite sure. He has his thumb up as if he's giving the signal for a pickup. And he is going your direction. So his back is to you, and he just kind of has his thumb out.
I'm hand feeding Lilith pizza, like into her sleeping mouth.
Sorry,
Is she trying to suffocate?
Chew. You gotta. What?
You trying to choke her while she's sleeping?
I pull the pizza back out of her mouth and then do the same to Elijah. Like reach around the front seat.
No, that's not how it goes.
No, chew.
No, thank you. I'm good. I'll take it myself.
what food? I think I missed the. Are you trying to shove a piece of pizza?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hand feeding him. Well, I tried to hand feed him a pizza. I'm pretty sure he took it from me. I sit back down and stare at this guy who's looking at us through the window.
Well, he's still
This is
quite a
the
bit of
same
ways
thing.
ahead. Like you guys can see him. He looks like a guy trudging along the road with his finger out. I'm giving you an opportunity to
Amber, 10 points.
react.
Should we stop
We're
and
not
pick him
stopping
up?
for the stranger. No.
Why
We're
not?
picking up a...
What if he
Random
wants
stranger.
pizza?
What if he robs us and takes the van?
What's he gonna rob us?
I mean,
We're broke.
it's a piece of shit, and who knows if he even knows how to
He's
fix
taking
it.
pizzas.
I was gonna offer him pizza anyway.
Should we
You're
stop?
pre-robbed of your pizza.
He robbed. Yeah.
Amber, do you want to? Well, you have a few options here as the driver, as the one responsible in the situation. You could run him over and probably get away with it.
Oh my god.
But that might create problems for your friends, and you do love your friends. So it's entirely up to you if you want to do that. You could stop and talk to him. And the thought crosses your head. Maybe he does try and rob you guys. Wouldn't that be great? It'd give you an excuse to defend your friends. Maybe he
we
pulls a
could
gun
talk
and you
to
just
him
chop
then.
his hand off.
Yeah. I say we talk to him.
God.
Who knows? Maybe he needs a ride somewhere. Maybe he's nice.
Maybe. That's a very unlikely.
I mean, who's gonna mess with us?
Him, if anything.
Okay, but there's 4 of us and one of him.
I
Mind
waved
you, one of
Lewis'
us is still
unconscious
sleeping.
hand.
I say
I think
we
she might be
pull over
dead.
and talk to him.
Did you
Okay,
check her
let's not
pulse?
pull over. Let's just slowly keep pace with him.
Keep pace with it?
Yeah,
As you
he just
approach-
keeps walking and we just go slow next to him.
I slide open the door on the side.
I feel like we're trying to rob him now. Is this where it's going to?
As you approach this man who's traveling in your general direction, or in the direction that you're going, I should say, you can see that he doesn't seem to have any weapons on him, but he has like thick, bulky clothing, so it would reflect a little bit. It'd be hard to stab him with a knife, for example, or injure him as much with a punch. But he doesn't seem to be like packing anything like a rifle or a shotgun. You can't really identify if there's anything he's concealing because again, bulky clothing, but concealables would be simple things. Can I get some rolls from you guys? From DK, I'd like you to roll your smoking weed skill, your D10. I'm going to give you a +1 because you ate some dope ass pizza. From our troubled goth. Oh no, you're not there. You're asleep. Can you roll something anyways, troubled goth? No. From Amber, roll your D4 non-violence. And Elijah, roll your
D6.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the D6 with your wild die of 8.
Okay.
I got 4.
Oh, that's exploding because it's a D4. So roll again and add it to your 4.
Oh god.
Ironically, the only way you succeed is generally explosive.
3.
Okay, so a 7.
1 from D6 and 2 from a D8.
Oh man. How about the stoner?
I got a 9 total.
Oh, wait. From your D10, right? Okay.
And 8 plus
yeah.
1, you said.
So what everybody but what everybody but the nerd picks up on is that this guy is another stoner. As you guys are driving along, one of you smells a smelly smell that smells smelly and makes you very much like this is one of my people, perhaps. But he's just this kind of he's got a thin goatee, but otherwise no other facial hair. He's got a little bit of the broccoli cut for his overall hair, but you guys both look at him, know he's one of those stoneheads, and he kind of sees you guys as you approach, and he looks over at you so you can see the goatee. Did you want to approach to talk to him, or just kind of do something
Hey,
else?
brother.
Do you say that while like approaching from a distance, or once you're already pulled up?
We're
From
traveling
what
close to.
yeah, I think we're wanting to keep pace with him.
Okay, yes, you approach. He looks at you. He says, "Oh, hey, man.
I'm a woman.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, like, man, like, you're the people. Oh, it's great to see you guys. Any chance you could give me like a lift?"
Yeah, jump in.
Wow, you sound like just how I imagined the stoners
Like-
would sound like.
I'm just going up the road a little bit. If you guys could give me a drive.
No way, us too. Except, hang on. Have we decided if we're kicking his ass or not, Amber?
We're not. He's
My
willing.
friend isn't gonna kick your ass, so I think it's okay.
I'm just gonna wave like.
You didn't want the extra weed to yourself.
Yeah,
I
do you
didn't
have-
know
do
he
you
didn't
have any-
any? Yeah.
Do you have anything to trade for like a ride? Just anything in general, I don't know.
Oh
Cash
yeah,
grass.
for sure. I've actually got some weed I was supposed to deliver, but the guy wasn't there. Let me in. I could show you.
Yeah, I
What's
think there's
going on?
something about like ass or grass, so how about we just do both?
And he stares at you for a moment,
That's
kind of
that's a
glassy
thing.
eyed. He says, "I got grass." And
And I got ass, and Amber's here. Elijah likes that. Anyways, come on in.
Yeah. So he climbs in. It started to like slightly mist. There's a rain coming on, so you can sense a little urgency as it's gotten more humid. He climbs in, and presumably you guys continue on the path. He says, "Yeah, so I was supposed to deliver to this old dude, and like he hasn't been there lately. I keep showing up at the normal time, but he's not there.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck old dudes.
yeah,
I
like,
mean,
well,
don't fuck
yeah,
old dudes, right, Amber?
I mean,
No,
unless
but-
you're into that. We
Well,
don't kink shame this man.
I'm not. My name's Bachman, by the way. Bachman, as in the god of partying. Elijah, please roll your academics D10 with your D8.
It's a D8. Okay. I've got a 10 and 6.
Was the 10 on your 10?
10 on my 10.
Okay, roll again and add it.
10 again.
Roll again and add it.
Yeah, roll the 10 again. I thought you said like you had another
24.
10.
24.
You
Okay,
did? Oh my god.
You took a extensive study in Greek mythology, and so if you'd like to add underneath your D10 academics, you know Greek mythology, Roman mythology, that kind of stuff quite a bit. He said Bachman is the god of partying, and what pops in your mind is he probably means Bacchus, the god of wine and revelry.
Yeah.
Do you want to point this out to him, or
Please.
all right? What do you say? He says, "My name is Bachman, like the god of partying."
Do you mean what was the name again?
Bacchus.
Bacchus. Okay. I think that's wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Bacchus.
Well, I don't know about that. Look, I'm just here to go and deliver the stuff to this old dude, but he's not there. And if it wasn't for the money, I wouldn't be so concerned. But like, he pays really well. He's a piece of shit, but he pays really well. Know what I mean?
Just rummaging through his backpacks.
Sure. Just making sure you knew.
Do you want to do that stealthily, DK?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you use your nefarious skill, your D10.
Oh, hell yeah.
It might seem like I'm being mean to you here, Queen. We making you roll that D4 when they're rolling D10s.
No, it's fine.
Well, I got a 2, so it didn't help.
All right. Yeah, he immediately notices you've gone through the backpack, and he opens it up further, and he pulls out like he's got a series of these vacuum sealed, like plastic vacuum sealed things of cannabis with permanent marker written labels. So it's definitely something in the illegal market rather than a legitimate legal market sort of thing. And he passes like two things to you that's like 14 grams each. Essentially hands you $200 worth of weed. He probably has about 700 total.
I'd like
You
to
offer him the pizza.
acquire this. Yeah, like pizza scraps, like crusts and stuff. I'm like, I open it up. It's just like a bunch of crusts because I don't eat crusts. Apparently now I've just decided. So I open up.
You haul them out and then smoke weed out of them. The crusts.
Oh wow, that's
do that.
Fucking,
yeah, I do that.
Stoners are resourceful and idiotic.
I will fold out the pizza box, and while she's driving to wherever we're going, we're gonna play the pizza box game in the back while we turn this untouched circular pizza crust into a thing you smoke.
The whole ring, not just like one pizza
Yeah.
crust or piece. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, of course. As
I know nothing
well,
about drugs. I'm sorry.
this is a feat of skill here, so I'm going to give you a -4 penalty. Roll your D10.
I would like to get high while I do this.
Absolutely. Roll your smoke-a-dokie skill, and then roll your creativity smoking skill.
Just
A D10 and then a D10.
I eat the joint. As a joke, you don't eat joints. Even I know that.
You can.
Oh,
I mean, you
never
can eat
mind.
the pizza crust once
I
you smoke
mean,
out of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably true. Okay, well, I got a 10.
All right.
And then- You want me to keep going on it? I drop.
You got a 10 on the 10. Go ahead and roll again. Keep the explode.
Okay,
Going.
do the exploding. Then a 6. So 16 on the first one,
Okay, good.
and then 2 on the second one.
So I'm gonna say that as you're smoking in the back, and you probably cracked a window so that your nerd friend would not get annoyed. You're
He cracked it.
intentionally trying to keep away from Elijah because you know he has a finicky nose. So you like smoke and then exhale out the back window. It's not perfect, but you're preventing him from getting impacted.
Yeah, but then like in between, like I take breaks and just like go up front and sit on his lap.
Oh, mine
So,
now?
so it completely
Just smoke
contradicts
in
all
my
the,
face?
all the hope I did.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a wild die for because you failed the second attempt, but you still have your wild die from smoking.
A 5 on the wild.
So it exploded with a 4.
My
it a
wild die
D4?
is a 4, not a D6.
Yeah, it should be a D4.
Apologies, I'm used to the wilds being D6s. I apologize.
Oh yeah, you have to build up to that. It
Right.
starts at a D4.
It
for
is
you.
a 4 though, so it explodes.
okay.
No, it's a 7.
All right, yeah. So you perform this feat of stoner engineering, where you take like this metal tube straw. It's a metal straw from like one of those recyclable or not recyclable, but like reusable drinking cups. You use that to hollow it out along the crust, and you have this like layer of strings of bread crust that are like littering the back area. As you've made this perfect circle where you can smoke out of one end and inhale out of the other end. It travels the entire piece.
This is a feat of genius.
Yeah, you were really dedicated
A
for this
masterpiece.
entire drive, and smoking out the window. And here, if I can reiterate, it was your wild die that saved you. So it was your stoner nonsense that was able to push you over the line. Your engineering wasn't that good. You just got really high.
I'd like to get off Elijah's lap and put Lilith's reusable drinking cup back in her bag.
Sure.
Strawless now.
Yeah, strawless.
Yeah. Is there Elijah? Is there anything that you wanted to do as you see this go on? As you guys are driving, Amber, of course, you are driving, so you don't get as much option here. But Elijah, is there anything that you're doing during this drive?
Just shocked to see this happening in the back, and
You see like a blowtorch and a welding mask.
a welding mask and a blowtorch. I'm like, we're going to die. This is it. Yeah. I'm just shaking my head and just trying to stick my head out the window so I don't get any. Yeah, don't really smell anything. Yeah.
Yeah, you keep yourself safe there. Keep your brain cells from being rotted, and you guys make your way through this area. It's probably about like 3:30 when you finally arrive at the house itself. And I'm gonna pull up this grotesque image of a mud puddle and house in the background. Yeah, as you approach, the rain has been falling for a little bit now. Everything is getting rather drenched, I should say. Your van is drenched, the trees are dripping, mud puddles are forming, being splattered on. You are in the Pacific Northwest after all, and it is after fall semester. You finally have made it to the house, which you can see ahead of you. An unpleasant looking house, but it looks to be about 2 stories, maybe an attic. What would you guys like to do as you approach this dismal party mansion?
I guess I'm just gonna start grabbing bags and going inside.
The guy, Bachman, says, "This is the guy's house. This is the guy who would order the weed." So you guys know him.
Yeah, that old fart's dead. So, yeah.
Oh, so that's why he's not answering the door anymore.
Yeah, I'll pick up and drop Lilith's arm. They can't really do that once they're dead.
Is she dead?
We're not sure.
She's here.
She
for
just
the right
collapsed one day.
She's just tired. Exam
tired.
week, you know.
Oh yeah,
one. She's up all
exam
night,
week. Yeah,
so she
probably
sleeps through the day.
exhausted. So you guys know how to get into the house then, because I brought the weed and I want the payment, right?
Yeah, no, we've all definitely been here before many times, all of us.
DK, you do have the key in your pocket.
Too high, don't know. I'm just like, looking around for a rock, and I'll find the key and like throw the key through the window to break the window so we can get into the house.
Go ahead and roll for me.
Do I see this and point it out? What just happened?
I'm gonna say that this actually yeah.
I'm just gonna stand there and nod like, okay.
Elijah, roll
That's
for
my
me.
friend. Yeah.
Roll for me your D6 with your D8.
1 and 8.
I'm assuming the 8 was on your 8.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and explode.
The 6.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's well enough. So DK pulls the key out and like pulls her arm back, preparing to throw it as hard as a drummer can. Angry at a drum set apparently, but in this case, key to window. And you can interject with something that makes DK perhaps pause from shattering a window that will make your party house cold as fuck. What would you like to say?
Hold on, what are you doing?
Throwing. I'm new to
Throwing
this.
what?
I don't throw often. What does it look like? This is not how you throw?
Well, you're about to throw the key to the house.
That's a key.
Oh. Fair point. Fine.
Open the door like a normal person for once.
I'll go to hand the new guy the key, and then I'll give it to
new
Elijah.
guy the
instead.
You're gonna give Bachman the key?
I go to hand it to the new guy and be like, "Here you go. This is how you get in."
This
but
is your property,
I'll
DK.
stop, and then I'll be like, "No. I'll give it to Elijah."
Okay, you give your property to. He's very responsible. Good call. Good call.
Elijah's good with things like this. He's houses. I don't know.
Elijah, you now have a key to Grandpa Cyril's house, not your grandpa.
It's my grandpa.
But I have a key.
Yeah, it looks like a normal
Sure.
door
We're really
key.
moving up in the world.
Thank you. Great. Let me open the door and see if this key works.
All right, you don't even have to roll for this. You know how keys work. You're key
Awesome.
literate. So you put it into the door, and it
Trade
certainly
that.
opens.
That's not on my character sheet.
And what you're immediately able to pick up as you presumably go in, does everybody else follow and go inside? It is starting to rain. If you enjoy the rain, it's nice rain. But
I'll go behind
DK, are you
Amber.
going in as well?
Yep.
Okay. So you all go in. I'm going to move us over. The inside of this building is significantly more well done than the outside. It's clear to you that either no effort has been put onto the outside of this building, or this was like a fresh refurbishment, and they were intending to fix the outside. The hardwood floor is exquisite. The walling might not be your style, but it is very nice and clean and well done. This place has been cared for, as opposed to the outside. You are on the first floor, and well, you have plenty of space to explore. There are plenty of rooms. There is a second floor, as you know, and likely an attic. But immediately from the entrance, you can see that there's a door underneath the stairwell that likely leads to a basement. So you have a few options of what you'd like to do. And I will say, a motivation for you guys is to party. So anybody who wants to party, you can do so and gain a benefit for doing so.
Do we also
to clarify,
bring... Yeah.
Oh, go for it. Or sorry, I should say, to clarify what I mean by a benefit is in this the father system, you can get bennies for doing specific things. A benny allows you to re-roll a failed roll, or allows you to ignore damage when you might take damage. So, of course, partying is on your mind. Cutting loose will give you a benny, perhaps.
Nice.
But what was your question going to be?
Are we going to bring Lilith from the van so she's not cold into the house?
So we're gonna drag her through the
I
puddle.
mean, there's 4 of us. It's okay. We can lift.
Um,
Even though 2 of them are kind of high and out of it.
Amber
Who?
can probably
Oh,
lift.
Amber
If
could
you
definitely.
want to, you can bring her in. Otherwise, you could put a blanket on her, and she'll probably. Correct me if I'm wrong later. I'll say this to her much later. You're really good at handling the cold because of your corpse-like appearance as a troubled goth. Yes,
Corpse like.
that's when she'd say yes, or no, you're wrong. I'm a very warm troubled goth. But we'll get to that at that point. Whatever you guys want to do, of course, it's up to you.
I'm gonna be hooking up music. I don't know if there's already a sound system in the house or we're bringing in our own like type of sound system. It's just like a portable Bluetooth speaker or something. But I'm setting up music to start blasting so we can dance in our underwear and get high and normal things that. I mean, they weren't. I was.
Roll your D8 hobby skill music.
Fuck yeah. I have a D8.
Oh, and you're still high, so D4 wild die.
Oh, thank God, because I rolled a 2. I've rolled a lot of 2s. Oh, but a 4 and a 2, so a 6. I'll take the
Excellent.
6, please.
Okay, yeah. So you have a
high
decent.
is really working.
You have a decent sound system. It's not like a little Bluetooth thing. You've got like a couple speakers that you brought along. You can hook up to your like headphone jacks. You can put anybody's iPhone or iPod or Android or whatever you need to. You have a system set up. You can play music, and it's decent enough that it will fill a room effectively, and the other rooms nearby will have some general music in them.
Fuck yeah. It's a party in the USA.
Okay, that answers my question of what kind of music do you put on? It's Miley Cyrus. Clearly, this one shot has some funding. If we can afford Miley Cyrus party in the USA,
It's a party in Moria.
So you're setting up in probably the entry room there, unless you want to explore further. But you got your music set up. It's playing. With your 6, I'm gonna say you have you can either have a like speaker set up that you could set up in a room, or you can have it be a backpack. What do you want? Portable music, bro.
I feel like I'm weird. I'm gonna go with a backpack.
Okay, it does the same amount of music. It's just you're
Just walking
carrying it around.
with a backpack on.
It sounds stupid, but apparently the acoustics somehow work, even though they probably shouldn't.
I'll take it.
Um,
I'll leave my clothes on.
yeah, sure.
Thank you.
All right, Amber. What would you like to do as music's being played? Miley Cyrus.
I guess I'm just gonna start like dancing and taking all the liquor out of the bags and whatnot in the kitchen.
All right. You can definitely travel a little bit around and see that there is indeed a dining room and a kitchen. There's a few other rooms that you glance at, but as you're getting those associated like with the kitchen area, you do notice that the fridge is full mostly, and that's not a great thing. The food is all spoiled for the most part.
Oh,
I'm definitely
There's
following Amber around, but just dancing, not helping. Because
all right.
unless she asks, I do whatever Amber needs.
Yeah, Amber, you maybe
She'll
frown,
kill me.
maybe just grimace slightly looking into that fridge. There was some produce that went bad. Yeah, mostly everything in here looks like it's going to take a little while to clean out. And that's frustrating because you guys actually do have some food you could put in there. Presumably like burgers and cheese and a few veggies and whatnot. Food that you'd want to bring along to survive the weekend.
Okay. So I just want to be like, hey, Elijah, you're gonna have to clean this. We can't use it.
Elijah, as you were considering what you want to do, you hear this ring down from the hallways. From the hallway.
but fine, okay. And just
And
go
then I'm just
along
gonna
with it.
open my bag of gummy bears. Start eating them.
I have some of those too.
But not this. Don't mix them up.
We'll put them all in a big bowl together.
Party!
You both have the same bag, but it's like the stoner one is scary.
Scary.
Doesn't have THC in it, but the stoner's been putting their fingers in it.
Yeah, it's not even. Yeah, I get you.
So do you want to clean out the fridge then, while your friends eat gummy bears around you?
And dance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
so
feed you
you're,
gummy
somewhat
bears.
questionably
You-
clothed.
you're cleaning out the fridge, and there's a like garbage bag nearby and some gloves you can find. So you're keeping your hands clean. Thankfully, you're not getting any of this disease-ridden, disgusting, rotting grossness on your body. You do notice, however, among all the things here, there is one item that has been put here recently,
The fridge.
and it's a one of those tubes of like the Pillsbury cookie dough tubes.
Oh.
You check the Best By date, and it looks like somebody had to have put it here recently
Oh,
because the Best By date is like a week or two off.
right. Okay.
You like a glance to the condiments. The mustard expired a year ago.
Okay. So do I can I do like a maybe investigation or something just to see?
That would be your academic skill. What's the question you want answered? Or are you just simply looking to see if there's anything weird in a different location?
Weird in a different location.
Yeah. What would you like to
A
investigate?
D10. Just to see if there's anything else that can indicate that there might have been someone in the house or to
Oh
give
yeah,
an
yeah,
idea.
absolutely.
Yeah. D10. Oh. Got a 9.
You also get your wild die D8.
Oh yeah, D8. Well done. 5.
All right. Yeah. It's the weirdest thing. As you're looking around, like you crouch down as you're kind of doing this, going through the various produce bins that are at the bottom of this fridge, and you glance at the like dirty alleyway between the fridge and the counter space. They're like pressed as much as they can, but there's still grime that gets down between there, and there's little footsteps in the grime. It almost looks like somebody had like a Gumby type figure with those kind of feet, like where it's just little clumpy feet, not like rat feet, not like cat feet, weird
Right.
square feet,
Weird square feet.
and it looks like something left the fridge, or no, you're smart enough. You can say it left the fridge and walked somewhere else, but you're not sure where after it like made that little tromping through the grime on the floor.
Okay. Can I tell or who is around me again? Is it both of you?
They're both eating gummy bears, watching you investigate the grime and
Okay.
dancing.
And dancing. Right.
Okay, both
I
of them
will
are dancing, actually. Yeah.
I will point out to Amber because I'm pretty sure Dakota's just out of it completely.
That's fair.
Actually, I would like to tell
actually-
them both because I want their input.
Elijah, as a nerd and as somebody afflicted with your specific wild die situation, you can smell the general level of stonedness DK is at.
What about
They
Zeus?
say you're lying about it, but you can smell it. She's about 1 level in.
We also have Etsy Zeus. I don't remember his name.
Bacchus?
Yeah, he's here too. Is
Well,
he
he
dancing?
wandered. He's still outside, actually.
Oh, he's just wandering
like-
around the house.
You guys can. Well,
We just left him outside.
She's
a
just
lo-
standing like,
We went in, closed the door, turned on music, and just started dancing.
Elijah and DK, you can smell him smoking weed outside on like the balcony underneath the cover.
Okay.
Right. Well, I point out to Amber, it looks like this has been here quite recently. This Pillsbury dough thing. And also there's some strange footprints nearby.
footprints where?
Just in the corner over there. And point towards them.
Yeah, you can clearly show it to both of your comrades. It looks like somebody took like a little square block and made little footprints out of that. It doesn't look like any animal footprints. There are no toes.
Can I want to like scream and like throw gummy bears at it and be like, it's gnomes.
Yes,
was
you
like,
immediately
what?
succeed.
I was
Your
about-
gummy bear throwage is accurate and Spitfire in speed. Pow, 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 pow! You got those footprints.
And then I
Stop
want to turn to
dancing.
DK and be like, "You didn't tell me this house was haunted with gnomes."
This is the first I've ever heard of gnomes.
Gnomes
You
are
mean like
evil.
garden gnomes?
Yes, gnomes. Gnomes.
You're scared of garden gnomes?
Just gnomes in general. Gnomes are evil. They suck your soul while you sleep.
That sounds like something Lilith would be into. Has she
It
been
dawns
telling
on
you
everybody.
horror stories?
It dawns on everybody that this has been a stressful semester.
This has been very stressful indeed.
Amber,
But, like-
you do notice in this kitchen, as you've shot several gummy bears at the problem, you notice that this house has very nice knives. There's like an exquisite knife collection. Not just your standard, like a bunch of knives in a wood block. It is a figure, like a stick figure, sort of a black ceramic thing, that has a bunch of knives sticking out of it. And as you pull slightly on one of the knives of this dark humor like holder, you can tell that these are actually very, very nice. They're all kitchen knives, but they're very sharp.
I want to be like, "Ooh," and then just kind of walk away with one.
Yeah, you can. Which one would you take? It's like a bread knife, a butcher knife. There's the smaller cutting knives.
Something jagged.
One of the serrated like
bread
bread
knife?
knife.
Yeah, like the bread knife.
All right, you have the bread knife. It is sharp and serrated.
It's
Well,
diabolical.
it's serrated because when you twist and it ruins the
Wow.
insides.
I'll just point that. Don't cut yourself. As she's walking away.
I'll just be like, "Don't worry, I won't."
Are you twirling the knife like the pen in your hands?
Yeah.
I'm going to not be dancing. I'm just watching her throw gummy bears, yell about gnomes, grab a knife, and walk away all sinister. And I'm going to get more high.
All right. Just in the kitchen here.
I'm going to start, look at Elijah, and then walk back to wherever I left my pants and get high over there.
Like,
Wait, when did you take your pants off?
Don't ask questions. You don't.
That
want
would have been in
answer
the
to.
hallway. So yeah.
that's the first thing she did.
I'm gonna give you a plus
He's
one
like, it's
on your
the
roll.
first thing. Plus
Elijah
one.
was like, "I wrote it down immediately."
In my
taking
journal.
inventory.
Was it a D10 on this?
Yes, and the plus one counteracts your penalty of -1. You're already a little stoned.
Okay, that would be a 7 then.
All right. Your D4 as well. You can roll.
Oh, right.
Unless you want to just accept your 7.
Well, it's a 1. I'll take my 7.
All right. 7 works. You are a little bit more stoned, and now you're working with a wild die of D6.
Ooh.
You're in the hallway. You're having a good time with your music, and yeah, something just feels good about this place. I mean, it's a creepy old house, but you're inside during the rain. You're kind of listening to the rain falling outside. It's increasing quite heavily. And you're what song are we on now?
The sound of silence.
Okay, I thought it was going to be I've Got a Feeling. Yeah, you're twerking to the sound of silence.
I'm twerking the sound of silence. Yep. This is happening. I'm just in the hall by myself with no pants on, twerking the sound of silence.
You're feeling comfortable. You are partying. And I think everybody is finding themselves in a sense. So with what we've done so far, I'm going to give each of you a Benny as you're exploring this setting. You can write that down in your character sheet. You can redeem it anytime. Again, you can use that to re-roll a failed roll, or use it if you are injured in some way to try to shrug off your injury. You each have 1 Benny as you're relaxing into this weekend, having a good time, bellies full of pizza. You've got a new weapon for violence. You're starting to sense that there might be more here than just partying as the nerd. And Stoner, you're having a good time wandering around, having a good time. I thought right now would be a good time for at least me to take a quick break. If you guys don't mind taking a 5-minute break.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. Okay, thank you guys for watching. We're going to be back after 5 minutes. Enjoy this little break. Go stand up, stretch your butt, and get a drink, and we'll be back in a minute. Later.
Let me know when we're back on, I guess.
And with that, we're live. Over to you, Pickles.
Yeah, over to me. So you guys are exploring. Well, I should say Elijah, the nerd of the group, is cleaning out the fridge and preparing to move all of the food into that fridge, having done, I want to say you have done some investigation, but it's more of you picked up something that's weird. You have a rat in the house that doesn't really seem like a rat of some kind, but there's something moving around or somebody making weird prints. But you're able to move all the food into there. Our violent character with her knife wanders off, and you're able to explore a little bit more of the first floor, presumably. But before we get to you, we're going to go with our stoner, who is dancing with her pants off with a backpack full of music. You just kind of dance over and you try the basement door, locked. You reach for your key. Holy shit, somebody stole your key.
Oh no! I lost that rock that was in my pocket.
Unless the key, did you leave it in the van maybe?
I think the new guy stole it.
No. You
I
gave
think
the
you
key
gave it
to
to
me.
Elijah.
I don't remember that.
I sprint out the front. I skip out the front door.
You skip out the front door and you go down several steps into the rain, and then you do remember.
They just hear the music just fade away.
Yeah, and you remember you gave that to Elijah.
I finger
Key
gun the
right
new
here, I
guy
just hold
and
it up,
then
I'm
skip
like,
back into the house.
Dangling it.
Yeah, you see him through the window, like leaning the kitchen window. He's like wiggling it in front of the. You can see that, and you come in, and
Don't
yeah,
forget, I did finger guns at Greek God, and then
and he
Bacchus,
gives
Bacchus?
finger guns as well. It's a cold out there, so there's both that exhale vapor of the cold breath as well as the smoke.
and
You
then
just
I
smoke them
skip
joint
back
away.
into the house.
Yeah, and you go up to Elijah for the key,
Yes.
and you need the key to have in your pocket.
Well, I don't have any pockets in this outfit. Can you hand me the key?
For what?
Cause it's my house. Just kidding. I don't care. The basement door is locked, and I was thinking locks need keys, and keys belong to Elijah. So here I
Okay.
am.
Right. I hand him the keys and just remind, don't lose these.
Thanks. I skip away.
You now have the keys to the house. Are you going to the basement door?
Yes.
Yeah, you plug those keys in. Oh, nope, that did not work. Those keys don't go in that door.
I skip back to Elijah. You gave me the wrong keys.
But these are the only keys you gave me.
Did you lose them?
You haven't given me any of the keys.
I thought you were the smart one here.
I'm pretty sure it's just stuck. Try pushing it harder, it may open. It is an old house.
I think I need a
after
big,
all.
strong man to help me. I'll go find one, and then I skip away.
Oh, you go find Amber.
I do. I go find Amber.
As you're skipping away, let's go see what Amber has been up to during this time. Amber, you've explored more of the house with your beautiful, ultra sharp bread knife. You're ready to cut down any bread-based villains. And so the first floor of this building, the ground floor, is mostly rooms to entertain guests. You have a sitting room, you have a reading room, there's the kitchen, there's a dining room, a smoking room. There's servant rooms at the back. At least that's what you think they are. You shudder to think that anybody would really live in these sort of rustic areas, and you're imagining that perhaps his grandpa Cyril had it as an option, but doesn't look lived in. There is also a servant kitchen, but again, so rustic you don't believe it's been lived in. You might take a pause at the smoking room or the dining room, as in the dining room you can see that there is a rather exquisite case of what appears to be a lot of dark liqueurs, probably whiskey. Your storyteller doesn't have the knowledge to know the difference as well here, but it looks like a case a glass case filled with expensive whiskeys next to the dining room table. Of course, the smoking room, as you look at it from across the hall, like you're at a T or like a cross junction here with the doors in the hallway, you can see into the smoking room, there appears to be boxes of expensive looking cigars next to comfortable or uncomfortable looking like those arm back chairs. What would you like to do? Would you like the knife to point the way?
I'm going to go into the alcohol room. Can I grab a bottle of liquor and then go to the smoking room and just sit down?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you wander into the dining room. You make your way past the table. It's a rather long dining room table, and this is it's certainly more than enough for your party to consume breakfast, lunch, and dinner perhaps here. Maybe that's being I don't know. But you go to the case. You can open it up. It's not locked. It's just these sliding glass doors, very exquisite. Oh, do you want to break the doors off? They're
Mm,
expensive. They're fragile. You could
No.
just like pull them and break them off.
Like if I take them off, they won't like break, right?
Yeah, but you have the thought in your head. It would be nice to just like pull and just snap them off, shatter those fragile doors.
I have the thought, but then I'm like, it's DK's house and I don't want to break her things, so I'm just going to be gentle with it.
Okay. You are allowed to do that. You open these fragile little doors. You grab a bottle of very expensive alcohol. You know what? You repaid your debt there. You didn't break the doors, and therefore you are allowed to take that alcohol. Yeah, it makes sense. You
Yay.
didn't do damage. You got alcohol. It's a very expensive brand. And Wrath, can you throw out an expensive brand for me? Whiskey? You know those things.
High expensive, medium expensive.
High expensive.
High expensive, expensive. We'll go with
Like at least $2,000 or more.
Oh God, I don't. Do I look like I'm able to drink $2,000 whiskey?
I don't know. You talk to whiskey people. You're on that one podcast show where they have whiskey sips.
I do, yeah. I don't know. Go with a 1792 is a good one.
That's what it says. And your storyteller is confused and shrugs. Looks like good whiskey.
So I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to be like, whiskey's whiskey.
There are
Yeah,
glasses.
whatever.
Do you want to grab a glass with this, or are you a violent son of a
Drinking
bitch?
straight out the
No,
bottle.
just take the bottle.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So you do that. You walk around the dining room table again, and
Make me
cross
cry.
into the hallway. You glance left and right. Nobody's following you, I guess. So go into the
Yeah.
smoking room. There are expensive cigars, of course. There's the bookcases lining this room with all sorts of dusty novels. It doesn't look like the person who owns this room did much reading, in the sense that the bookcases look dusty. But, you know, they definitely did some cigar smoking. Because it's dusty.
Can I take like a cigar? I've never used one before, but I'm just gonna like take a big one and like put it in my mouth and walk around with like my bottle and like look at the books, like read
Oh yeah,
like the
yeah,
titles
sure.
of them.
And this actually sort of piques your interest, which is a weird thing because you're not very into books. Go ahead and roll your violence.
Ooh.
D10.
I should point out not to destroy anything. Just be very sensible.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I am sensible. I didn't break doors. Aren't you proud of me?
I am.
I got a 2.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're looking around here, and it's a lot of like weird anatomical books is what kind of strikes you as what's on these bookshelves. A lot of biology, anatomy, the butchering. There's a lot of books that are like in French, it looks like. And the thought that strikes your mind is Elijah knows French fluently.
We.
So I'm just gonna
That's
like
perfect.
finger the books as I go by, and I'm gonna be like, ew, ew, ew,
Fuck
and
you,
then
books.
butchery, I'm gonna be like, ooh, and then just keep scrolling like through the books.
Yeah, they all look Like they could be interesting, but yeah, it's just a bunch of. Didn't your friend tell you that this was like a businessman? Why does he have so much doctor shit?
Oh, yeah.
Do I know anything about him?
Well, you're in the kitchen right now. Somebody's alone.
Oh, I'm by
But that's
myself
okay. That's
still
okay. No,
in
that's
the
okay.
kitchen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You are in the kitchen. I didn't mean to make Wrath joke there. Yeah, I mean, you can if you'd like to roll
Is this just
your
in the
knowledge.
kitchen? Do I know anything about anything?
You. I mean, if you'd like to interject, you can roll to see what you actually know about this businessman.
No, that's fine. I'll find out later.
Okay. Okay.
Can I like call out for Elijah and be like, "Hey, Elijah, you're the really smart one. Is this man trying to make like his own, like, what are they called? The dolls that they have at stores wearing clothes?
Mannequin.
That
I
one,
guess.
like his own like robot person."
Elijah,
Right.
you have just finished. You have precisely put the last beer into the specialized beer cooler holder on the door of like the refrigerator. You've closed it. You've just finished cleaning this out, and then you hear your
With my
comment calling for you.
OCD. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm just finishing my last. And then I come walking in, just looking around. I'm like, yeah. So, what did you want?
What do all these books mean? Was he trying to like make like an AI or something, a robot?
She says that with a cigar in her mouth and holding a bottle of whiskey.
Hey,
Hey, Elijah.
I hope you're not planning to light
What
that
is this
cigar.
stuff?
You just like the taste of that cigar now? Is that what it is?
No, I just thought it'd be fancy.
Fancy.
Like,
Okay.
who am I?
Right. That's very nice of you. Can I check? Well, can I roll for the books that I know of, or
Absolutely. Roll your academics. This is right up your alley.
right on my alley? D10.
Also your wild die, of course, of D8, because nobody's forced you to take secondhand smoke.
Thank God for that. I'm still at that D8.
I'm
It's
still
gonna
waiting
go
for
down
my
soon.
secondhand smoke.
I got a 4 and a 4.
4 and a 4. Yeah, 4 is the target number, and it's the baseline of success. And so as you're going through these books, you're thinking, right, this is kind of just rich white guy bullshit stuff. There's a lot of like, oh, I'm trying to understand myself and my body and the world. It's a whole lot of bullshit that yeah, there's nothing that really stands out to you until you get to the French section. You're like, interesting. You've heard stories of this misogynist prick, and I don't know, misogyny. The Americans who are misogynistic don't seem to be French enthusiasts. So you pull out a book and you're kind of thumbing through it, and you notice that there's notes in this book, handwritten notes in pen, and
In French?
English is the writing.
English. Okay.
It's mediocre handwriting, but it's definitely English. And it appears that this person was very fascinated by a French entertainer, a showman from like the 1800s, an individual known as Terrer, who is able to eat all sorts of things, a vast consumer. He'd eat live animals. He'd engorge himself. He was employed by the military to eat messages and then travel and deliver the messages. And
Right.
yeah, I guess he was just very fascinated by this. And as you pull out like an adjacent book, you pull it out and you look at it, and it's like a lot of interest into the gastrointestinal system. You pull out another book, they're writing notes there too. It seems this Grandpa Cyril really had an obsession with eating. And I don't know.
Eating and regurgitation.
Yeah, it seems like an eating disorder
Ew.
to me.
Okay.
But he had an obsession with this kind of thing, I guess, or this entertainer from the 1800s.
Right. Okay. I'd be like, I don't know anything about robots. I don't see anything where he was fascinated by it. But there's definitely this book which it talks about this guy from the 1800s called Terrer, and it's very fascinating because he did a lot of things in his life, but mainly his thing was where he would eat objects, letters, and things like that, and then he's able to carry it in his intestines and then bring it back up, which is quite fascinating. Yeah, I'm guessing
Gross.
Grandpa had a fetish. I'm guessing with this kind of things, or he just maybe had a eating disorder.
If I can add one final little fact, Terrer died after being accused of eating a toddler at a hospital.
Oh God.
He was found dead in the streets like a while
Okay.
after.
Is that a fun fact?
It's not very fun, actually. But it's underlined with a red pen, and the red pen
right.
underlines seem to be the ones that Grandpa Cyril enjoyed the most. Like those are more important than the single black line.
Okay. So there's this bit that's underlined, which I'm guessing it kind of it stands out the most, which is apparently he was caught dead on the streets. He was also accused of eating an infant.
Like
Which is-
cannibalism?
Yeah.
So he was a cannibal. You think he was a cannibal? None of the food in the fridge was gone. It just went bad.
Well,
Maybe we should take the basement. Maybe there's a body in his fridge down there. Maybe he has a fridge full of bodies.
this is not something I want to get into. Let's not jump to conclusions. I mean, these are just books, and it could be something that he was looking into, but obviously, it's nothing that we can say that he was definitely a cannibal. There is
Not
food that's
yet.
gone off in the fridge. Did I throw away any meat or anything?
Yeah. There was a couple he had some chicken that went bad in the fridge, I guess.
Okay. I
And
mean, there's a
fair
meat
amount of
as well.
produce though.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of stuff that I threw. There was some meat in there as well, so I'm guessing it's not a cannibal. But yeah, that bit kind of stands out the most. It kind of worries me as well.
So we might be in a cannibal house.
I mean, you know your granddad well. What do you think?
You're actually that question is a good question because your cannibal relative person here who has the house, they're you think they're not visible right now, in the sense of aren't you off in a different room?
Oh, I think meant like I'm invisible. I was like,
Yeah,
I
like you
am?
guys
Yeah,
are
it's like
you're both in the smoking room and you don't really know where DK is.
Yeah.
You can probably hear the music.
I went off hunting for Amber, but who knows where I ended up?
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point. So you increasingly wonder about this cannibal situation when DK enters the room.
I think this would be the best time to ask DK about your granddad.
It's a Druid Sandstorm, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
Do you want to turn your volume down
Yeah, hang on.
on your music?
Oh, you carry it with you? Okay.
It's a backpack situation. The speakers.
Right.
Leave me alone. You play your
I thought you
character, I'll
plugged that
play
into
mine.
a speaker.
I don't know. You said I get to have a backpack sound system. I said fuck it, okay.
Okay, fair enough. I just gotta remember
That was the backpack
Okay.
strap. I was turning it down, not my nipple.
Yeah.
That would
Wait,
be
why
weird.
does your
It's just
backpack
like,
strap have
Why are you turning
a
yourself
joint?
down?
Is your music smoking weed? It's got a
What?
little joint sticking out of the speaker on your left strap there.
Yeah, and I drew a smiley face with the mouth all,
Yep.
and it's
Yep.
it looks like the joint is kind of like how Amber looks right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll walk in and they'll be like, "Oh, found you. How do you beat me here?"
I walked.
No, you were already here. I met him. He's busy reading. Weirdo. Just kidding. It's adorable. So, did you write all over that book?
No, this is how we found it.
Oh, yeah, I've used that line too. So, what are we doing in here? I'll like plop down on one of the couches.
Well, Amber was going through the books, and she called me over to see if anything meant anything, because she was thinking your granddad was building a robot in the dungeon.
What?
There's
What?
a dungeon?
My grandpa builds robots and he has a dungeon.
Well, obviously not, because the rest of these books, they're just the general stuff. But this is one book, this French book, and it talks about this French showman kind of guy. His name is Terrer. This is from the 1800s, and it talks about how he's famous for eating things and spitting them back out and stuff like that. But there's one thing. There's a couple of like notes which are highlighted and then marked down and handwritten on there. But there's this one thing that stands out the most, which, I mean, we're not jumping to conclusions, but Amber took it the wrong way. It's basically, it talks about how the guy was kind of accused of eating
Cannibalism.
infants. Well, it wasn't cannibalism. He was accused of eating infants, and he was found
Hooray.
dead in the streets.
Eating infants is called cannibalism.
Again, it's not proven, but it may insinuate. Do you know anything about your granddad by any chance?
Yeah, fuck that old dude. That's about it. He was really rude. He kept calling me fat. Not fat.
Did not.
He never wanted to eat you or anything.
No, I don't. I hope not.
I'm just gonna be like,
Listen. All right. We didn't get along. Basically, I don't know. It's kind of a blur, most of it. I don't really remember it. It's almost like I just learned about all of this like an hour and a half ago. But basically, the guy was always a dick. He was rude to everyone I knew. I don't think he ate them, though. That's
You
weird.
know at least how he died?
Actually, I have no idea how he died.
dun dun dun.
Roll,
I killed him! Oh, no!
roll for me. Let's say you're a stoner. So roll for me your D4, your non-hobby, non-weed skills, but you have a D6 wild die
Yeah, bud.
from Spoken.
Well, okay, I got a 4 in the D6, but I also got a 4 in the D4, so I re-roll that, and it didn't roll. There we go. And a 3, so that'd be a 7.
7. Okay. It was incredibly vague.
He died by vague.
It was something where now that you think about it and it pops in your mind, it's hard to like let it get loose. Like, how does somebody die from vague circumstances? You don't really remember what the wording was, otherwise you'd be able to look it up. But you remember hearing that he died and it was unfortunate, and nobody really pressed further. But certainly they should be able to say like he asphyxiated or he had like a heart attack or
And what was the...
head chopped off.
Did I get gifted this manor place as part of like the will or something? How
Oh
did
yeah,
I...
yeah. No, specifically you
Okay.
got almost all of his money and this
No
house in the
bullshit.
will. Yeah, no, you're
You said
rich.
he hated you?
Wait a second.
No,
You're
he
rich.
hated
Why were you flirting
everybody.
for pizza?
Listen, just because I took my pants off doesn't mean you know how much money I have.
The
They
change
look
is all
at your
over the
silk
floor.
underwear.
I scoop up all my money. Stop! No! It's all falling out of my underwear where I keep it, apparently. Yeah, no, the guy was a total dick. We did not get along. I had to be high. I mean high. Whenever I was around him, or else I couldn't tolerate family gatherings. However, he died. No one really cared why. He kicked the bucket, and or someone kicked him, and good fucking riddance.
Or somebody kicked the bucket for him.
Wait, what?
That didn't make any sense.
Yeah, because if he's hanging and you kick the bucket from under somebody,
He
they
was
strangle
hung.
Are
you.
you saying it was a
Yeah.
murder?
I'm not saying it is.
Dum
I'm just throwing it
dum.
out there.
Okay.
I pull out my drumsticks. Doom doom doom. There we go.
Hey, DK. So you're looking at those blunts? I mean, sorry, those cigars. You could
Right.
cut those open, empty them out, and make a blunt. That'd
Oh
be fun,
god,
right?
no! I would never. I mean, yeah, I guess I will.
No, you can if you want to. It just seems like it could be
Sabotage
cool.
the great cigars.
Yeah, well, that's what a blunt is.
All right,
That's a big blunt.
I go to take the one out of her mouth, just like
No, there's
no.
You don't have to.
I go. I'm like no. Yeah, I'll pull out a different one, and I'm gonna start getting to work. Like as I'm talking, I'm just like absent-mindedly working.
right. Yeah, it'll take a
Rolling?
little bit of effort. Um,
Hacking.
yeah. So you're able to do that and defile a great
Okay,
expensive thing.
moving on. This is now one of my rules. No sex, no torture, and no defiling cigars.
All right, moving on from the cigar. Yeah, so you guys are here in the room. Considering these situations, there's a lot more stuff to explore, though. There's more rooms. There is another floor. There's the basement, perhaps an attic.
Perhaps a secret room?
The fan.
Perhaps a secret room. What would you guys like to do?
Is DK done rolling?
I'm going to say because of your drummer characteristic, yes.
Yeah,
You
actually,
are.
yeah.
You don't even have to roll for this. You are efficient, skilled. Your hand-eye coordination is great. You throw it in the air. You didn't need to.
It's like a pizza.
Yeah, you are able to have your blunt here. Because of your drummer characteristic, I'll let you smoke this without rolling and increase your wild die.
I
would just like to point out to smoke. Or can I walk out the room?
Yeah, you can see this happening, and you can immediately go out into the hallway.
puff,
Perfect.
puff, pass.
Yeah,
Them
you
is
can
the
certainly
rules.
share.
Oh. Yeah.
And so you
I'm
both
learning so much.
you both learn so much about each other. Smoking the blunts here. Your wild die is up to a D.
Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts.
Do we spend time like being best gal pals and talking and sharing all our dirty little secrets?
Yeah.
Fuck
Is that
yeah!
what we already do?
Elijah,
I hope so.
out in the hallway here, you can see them doing the thing that fucking stoners always goddamn do. They say we're just gonna smoke a little bit before we go out and things, and then you're standing here
Talking.
on the hall waiting, and they start talking, chatting.
Okay.
Do you want to do
No,
anything
he
while they're doing
didn't.
this?
Yeah, could I look at that basement door again? Just to figure
yeah,
out if
That's
there's...
right. I totally forgot why I came over here.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll for me.
You don't remember anything!
It's the drugs.
Roll for me your D6 ability. This is non-academic, but you can still use your wild die.
4 and... Oh, it's my D8. No, that's not a D8. 7.
7. Oh, excellent. Okay, yeah. So you go to the door, and you can certainly tell from your memory of the key. I don't remember if you gave him the key or if you still have it, but regardless, your memory is so sharp that you can just go up to the door and go, no, you need a different kind of key. This is not the same key situation as the front door.
Okay,
You need the
perfect.
basement key. And your guess is that perhaps a basement key must be associated with the
Hanging
will,
somewhere?
or
Okay.
yeah, it must be hanging somewhere.
Right.
You look at the door, of course, and you think perhaps we can just take off the hinges because you are a logical person. No, hinges are on the other side.
Can I look through the keyhole?
Yeah, you can look through the keyhole. It looks like dark on the inside.
Okay.
But you have a phone probably. Everybody has a smartphone of some kind. So you can put on the flashlight, as you are wont to do as the nerd here, and shine it through. It looks like a basement staircase.
Right. Okay.
I would say you can probably also pick up that is unfinished basement.
Ah.
So like a cement floor is what you see. Plain staircase.
So I could just see the end of the staircase with the basement kind of flooring, the landing
Yeah.
area. Okay.
And it's quite dark otherwise without your flashlight.
Perfect. Can I do another action or pass it on?
Let's jump over to see what they're talking about over there really quick.
Sure.
Yeah. So you guys are sharing your blunt.
So, like,
getting
when
your
it's about
DA.
to rain, do you also?
I'm gonna be like, no.
No. I grow up a whole size when it's gonna rain. It's crazy.
No, mine
No.
don't.
Oh.
You lucky duck.
No, yours are just always naturally perfect. It's insane. I'm so jealous. You and your triple D. You.
Both of you roll your D4 skill with your wild
I
die.
was like, how long is it gonna make me go on with this conversation?
Wrath with your with you, it is a D8 now for your wild die.
Okay.
And of course, I'm sorry,
one's mine?
Queen. You do not have a wild
4.
die.
I have a 4.
What did you want me to roll exactly? It was the D8 and
D4.
D4.
And if you Amber, you got a D4 or you got a 4 on your D4, then roll again.
Yay.
I also got a 4 on my D4, and then I got another one. That's 11.
So 7 and 11. And what is your D8? Math?
4.
4. Okay. Yeah. So at this point, you both finish up talking and realize that your friend has wandered off, and you're ready. You probably go out into the hallway, both like ready for action, amped up, and you can hear him fiddling with the basement door. So you probably go over to him at the basement door around the corner, and you're all standing around the basement door. The one pictured, of course, in the picture I gave you.
I'm gonna
ask-
throw a gummy bear at Elijah just to get his attention.
It hits.
And be like, what are you doing?
What are you
It hit your shoulder.
No, you mistaken. It was one of those really big ones. Like, ugh.
Oh, it's a big. It's gonna knock me against the door. Okay, nice.
I like to
He hits
imagine
the
you have
door.
a bag of the
Just
6 of
as
these
a
gummy
bag.
bears. You're like, yeah, I pull out my bag of gummy bears, plural. It's like 6 of these 10-pound. Like you can just take a bite out of one of them and throw it.
I'll
Okay,
walk
anyways, go
over
on.
and pick up the gummy bear.
Can I ask Dakota about any will or any other keys they may know about or have in their pockets on the floor over there in the corner, wherever they drop their pants?
You can. Dakota looks pretty glassy-eyed, but you can.
Do you know of any wills that you're aware of? Did anyone give you any will? Any paperwork?
There's a will. It's daytime.
Daytime?
It's a saying from like long ago.
Well,
Where there's a
it's,
will,
where there's a
it's
will,
day.
there is a way. It's
Oh.
not a day.
That's why I chose my best friend.
Same thing.
Sure.
Yes, I'm very. What did you ask me?
Did anyone
Mm-hmm.
give you
Give
any
me
paper
paper.
that you haven't rolled or smoked?
Yes.
Where is it?
I think unless the voices in my head tell me different,
Backpack.
it's still it's in Lilith's backpack.
The voice said
Alright.
backpack.
Thank you, voices.
I
She
rummage?
says Lilith's backpack, but she also is pointing to her
To
music
my own
backpack that she's wearing. So she's pointing to her backpack, not in the direction of the van where Lilith is sleeping gently.
Hanging out with high people is so frustrating.
In fact, not only do you say Lilith's backpack, but you take off your own backpack, unzip it, and then pull out the
paper. I'll
documentation.
be like this one, and then I'll put it back in, zip up the backpack, and put it back on.
Yeah, sure. So you know that
It's in there.
DK has the documentation for the will.
Okay.
It'd be nice for
the
you to have that to
documentation?
look at, though. Yeah.
It would be nice to look at.
Oh, of course. I'm gonna just turn around and put my butt towards him so you can pull it out of the pull the paper, not my butt.
And then at that point, I say, you seriously need to put your pants back on.
I was gonna say, doing this pants is like.
This is how DK is partying.
Yeah, we came here to party. Hell, I'm surprised.
But
Even
there's a
Elijah still has
stranger
his
right
pants on.
outside.
I can't believe we just
DK
left him
normally-
on the front porch. It's been like 2 hours.
He's still there. It's been
It's been like 20 minutes.
It's just been 20. Okay, like
He's
that.
like just in the
Like-
door. Like the door has one of those
He's still
windows, and he's
smoking.
just still in the door. Yeah, I skipped past him earlier. We did finger guns. He's cool.
Okay, he's still alive.
It's really cold
in the
outside
front.
though.
It is cold. Maybe you should ask him to come in. But first, put your pants on.
Yeah, even Amber's giving you weird looks. We're all surprised you still
Everyone
have your
knows
pants
you don't wear
on.
pants during a party.
Yeah, no pants party. It's a real thing.
No pants party.
You guys
Is
don't
this
have
normal?
that where you're.
In your relationship as friends, is it normal for DK to just take off clothes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
So this might be
very
like,
I don't
Comment.
even
This is-
stop her at this point. It's
This
normal.
is normal in most of my friendships, if we're being honest.
it doesn't stop you guys from still saying those same things, but it's also an acknowledgement of, yeah, DK is always, when she parties, she's just like, my pants are off, I'm ready to...
Like, Elijah, you should just be happy that I
Parties
remembered to wear underwear today.
Ba-da-ba-dow.
And then I skip outside to go get our new friends. I'll leave the backpack with Elijah, because I know he needs it.
All right.
Okay.
Elijah, would you like to look at the documentation?
Yes, please.
You don't even need to roll for this because of how much of a frickin' nerd you are. I'm sorry.
Nice.
You can see that this is a very like Loctite, nobody else but Dakota Keys, is it? Dakota Keys? Yeah,
Yeah.
Dakota Keys. Nobody but Dakota Keys is getting anything out of this like will. It specifies about 20 or let's see, you know specific numbers. It specifies 24 different people who do not get anything. Specifically, like they get nothing from this will. It is only Dakota Keys that gets all of the investments, all of the bank accounts, all of the debts, which are paid off by those bank accounts, and this house.
Wow. I'm astonished. I tried telling Amber this.
It does say something that piques your interest, though. It says
Okay.
in one line that Dakota is afflicted with all of this wealth.
Dakota is afflicted.
That doesn't seem like an appropriate term.
Okay. And there's nothing else to kind of go towards that or explain as to why Dakota.
Nope. It's just nobody's getting this. Only DK is getting afflicted with wealth.
Okay.
It sort of
Well,
feels
first
like a fuck you to everybody in the family, but at the same time trying to be a fuck you to Dakota Keys as well.
I mean, she's rich. She's not going to care. She's just thinking about all the smokes she can have and all the parties she can do.
By the way, that's a fuck ton of money that she's inheriting. You're seeing these numbers.
okay,
She's a millionaire.
she's a millionaire.
Even if
And
she
our
failed
friend,
that
the
rich roll
millionaire.
earlier, she would have succeeded.
She's automatically. She doesn't even have to roll anymore.
Well,
Like,
the
she
roll
doesn't
is
have
to
to
see
care.
if she has cash on hand. This is
Yeah.
if she failed, she just put it on her card.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
Wait, actually, hold
Ugh.
up. Is 98 million like a lot of
Oh my
money
God.
or okay? Because that's how much that stoner has.
98 million. I gotta write this down before I forget.
That's rounding down.
I'm not saying I'm wifey material, but I'm not saying
Yeah.
it.
Also, apparently, this house.
And that's a quote from Wrath.
And this house. And is there any other properties or anything else that they have inherited?
Yeah, actually, there's an apartment building in the town of Golden Ridge.
Oh, wonderful. Perfect. Is there anything about keys to the basement or any paragraph that says we can't go into the basement?
You flip through a little bit, and there is a note that a key will be left to Delilah, or sorry, Dakota Keys. Delilah
Does it
is
say
the
where?
name. It says it at the end. It'll be delivered in some sort of legal meeting, I guess. Probably when this entire will was explained to DK.
Okay, right. And DK is still outside talking to the other guy, Bacchus, I think his name was.
Bachman, you're remembering the correct version.
Bachman. I
Bacchus
keep
is what
repeating
he
the
wanted.
correct version. I'm like, Bacchus? And he's like, no, Bachman. It's like, no, it's Bacchus.
So DK goes out onto the front porch. Dude's not there.
Okay, that's fine. Right, okay. Anything else that I need to know about in this will? Anything that warns us from doing anything or
There's no warnings, but because you are the nerd and you're reading this over, I'm going to consider that you have photo scanned it into your brain. You can reference it at any time, as if you have perfect memory.
Thank God for that. Okay, that's perfect.
So yeah, you can put it back in the backpack.
I put it back in. Yeah.
Let's go to DK out there. You just stumbled on the fact that your stoner left you. Fuck, he was the only stoner that had joined you. He's not there when you go out on the porch.
The hitchhiker.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, someone kidnapped
Bachman.
Barnabas!
Yeah,
Bartholomew.
Barnabas.
Bartholomew Barnabas the third.
Barley.
No one's worried about
You yell that in, and you both can hear it, but I think it's probably Amber who can hear more clearly. You're probably nearby.
Oh, I'm gonna be like, where was he? Did you leave him outside?
Me? Hang on. Elijah left him on the porch.
I
Elijah, you
didn't
can't
leave
just
him
leave
anywhere.
strangers outside. I'm gonna go
I
outside. I'm
didn't
gonna
leave
start,
him
like, calling
anywhere.
him like he's a dog. Like, hitchhiker, sir.
His name was Bachman.
Bachman.
That's the name he gave you, but he said it was based on the god of
Greek
partying.
god, but actually it's Bacchus. Just
Yeah,
putting it out there.
fucking stoners.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, I've had it. too many of them around here.
Wait, was it Bacchus or Bachman?
Bacchus is the actual name. Okay, and so this is a joke in Evil Bong. Is that one of the stoners is too dumb to even know what his name is based on. But that is the case here. That he believes Bachman is the god of revelry. Bacchus is the actual name. And he's not here anymore. So perhaps he's partied away?
Any footprints? So are we all in the front now, or?
If you guys would like to be, you could all have a
Yeah.
kind of centralized on this area, realizing that your one other friend has left. From here, okay.
Oh no,
just to
Lilith is gone.
No.
Hey,
I was just
Lilith's
gonna
still
say,
here.
No. Lilith is very visibly sleeping in the back seat of the van.
Oh my god!
I thought we dragged her
finals-
through the mud or something, didn't we?
Yeah, somebody carried her in, I thought.
Yeah, did we not
Oh.
carry it?
Oh yeah, Amber carried her
Okay,
in,
you
yeah.
could have carried her in. Okay, you can see from your front porch area. You lean in, you look
She's
up.
still on
There's
the
like a
front
couch.
porch.
There's a sitting room. You put her on a couch. She's sleeping.
She's on the
She
couch.
looks very
I found
peaceful.
Okay.
Just gonna
The
make a note of
sunglasses
that.
are slipping a little bit, but somebody can probably push those sunglasses up for her. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, you did that so
that
good,
was-
Amanda.
Amber did that.
Amber, we've been friends forever. I call you. That's your nickname.
Okay, so he must have not gone far. He should be still around here, I'm guessing.
Did he take his bag?
No,
I don't know where he left his bag.
you can see
Wait,
his bag
why
to the
would
right.
he leave without his bag?
I'm gonna go get his bag.
I was gonna
It
say,
ha-
let's go get his bag.
it has plenty of the marijuana that he had in it. It has a number of lighters. It also has a couple grinders, other paraphernalia. It's a drug dealer's backpack bag. It's
Does
decent
have
quality.
money?
It's a little sweaty. I would say Elijah thinks it would smell kind of bad, but the others wouldn't mind too much.
This is too pungent for me.
Come on, Elijah, you have to let loose once in a while.
Yeah, take your pants
No,
off.
thank you. I'm okay. Thank you so much, though.
You're welcome.
Have some of this drink, and I'll just hand you the bottle.
From the
She's still
bottle?
walking around with this bottle.
I still have the cigar and the bottle.
Your wild die is not impacted by alcohol. You have had a beer from time to time, and apparently that doesn't break the rules.
Okay, right.
Hard alcohol, though,
Uh,
might.
It might affect it. It might, seeing how drunk I may be. I take a sip, I guess. Yeah, I take
definitely.
a sip.
Why don't you roll your D4 with your D8?
Oh god.
How is this athletics?
Is it? No, seriously?
Walking's gonna be a
Ugh.
I don't know. Your storyteller's gone insane. Alcohol is not a strong suit, and it's being therefore lumped into athletics here. You're going to
Okay.
try and drink this.
A
Whiskey?
4. Let me roll again. A 4. A 3. And
How's your
Good.
wild die look?
I'm trying. Hold on. A 6.
Okay. Your luck isn't as good as your raw ability here. Yeah, alcohol isn't a problem for you. You take the sip, and you've done this to likely fit in with a frat to help
Okay.
better your career once you come out of college with your double major. Is that true that you're in a frat, or have you avoided being in frats?
Avoided being in a frat.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That is fair. You've avoided that because they're weird and they focus on things, but you can survive alcohol a bit. So yeah, you take that shot.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Drink it. I was like, "Ah, this is too much for me," and I hand it back to Amber.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes in disappointment and take a big swig.
You don't even.
I
need to roll.
tried. Okay, it's not my thing.
Here, try this.
What is this?
Passes.
You
Blunt?
smell this, the blunt. It immediately,
God.
no, bad times. That's not
Was
going to
that-
help you in any way.
No. Thank you.
It makes you.
I'm
It's
a
a big-
Star Wars quote and be like, do it.
It makes you like smarter.
I don't think so. I haven't read anywhere where smoking drugs makes you smarter.
Well, you're not supposed to read it. You're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I think I'll keep to non-smoking for now.
Okay, Elijah. You know what? You being such a
Someone
prude
has
is
to be
what's adorable
sensible.
about you.
Someone has to be sensible around here.
That's fair.
Can I walk back into the kitchen and look for like some kind of Tupperware?
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Meal prepping.
Meal prep.
Yeah, you can walk back in there, and you don't need to roll or anything. You can find that. Definitely. Various forms of Tupperware, from very small to decent sized.
I just want like a medium-sized one, or
Yeah,
like
sure,
a
sure.
small one, And I'm just
What
gonna
are you
put, like,
looking to put in?
I'm just gonna put like a handful of gummy bears in it, and then just pour alcohol in it, and put the lid on it, and put it in the fridge.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah. You can you can definitely prepare
This is getting
some
wild.
whiskey bears.
And then I'll just take them later.
Yeah. So you're preparing that. Your friend Amber has walked off. And DK Elijah, you're on the front doorstep, I guess, or at the front door.
No, I'm running inside.
Yeah, it's kind of cold out there.
Yeah.
Elijah, what do you do?
Can I just look outside and see if there's any parcels or any letters or anything like that?
Roll your D10 with your D8.
Ooh. Okay. That's a 9 and 7.
There's some track marks on the lawn as you're looking out there.
Oh.
And as your eyes like scan through, it's as if somebody like all I can think of are stupid rap song noises that are like skeet, like but it's like it's somebody like ground into the lawn revving their tires or was dragging, and there are definitely tire marks on the lawn. And as you look through there, you can see that there's like a small cost-efficient car, like a Honda Civic, tucked over off to the side, kind of blocked by like the trees as you approach, but there's damage to the lawn that lead to that Honda Civic over there.
Right. Okay. It's still raining, isn't it?
It is, but it's kind of lighter now. It's not as like aggressive.
Right. Okay. Just look around.
Yeah, the tree lines look
Okay.
nice. Rain
And
looks
then
healthy.
let's just walk in, I guess. Behind Dakota, DK.
Okay, you want to get back into the building, not
Yeah,
all right.
not
Yeah,
freeze to death outside. Good.
you are in the building. You guys are
Okay.
all together now.
Can I ask a question?
Sure. No, go
Yeah, I'm
for it.
going to. No.
No, ask it.
Okay. I wanted to know if I could roll to see how much to see how nice my butt is. And there's reason for this.
Yeah, roll your drummer skill.
Okay. D8.
With your stone at this moment, I think that's 2d8.
2D8? Dude.
Yeah, because you've got a d8 stone going on. You're
Yep.
feeling good.
Oh my
Feeling
god, well, I got an
positive.
8 on the first one.
Hell yeah.
Followed by
hell yeah.
6, so 14. The second one is a 4.
14. Yeah, your butt's looking good.
My
Feels
butt's
good.
looking good. Okay.
Feels tight. And
Um,
because it's not your stoner roll, your wild die, it's probably true. Your drummer die. You've got that great spinal like alignment. Everything is going good. You use your full body when you're drumming. Yeah, your
Including
butt's
my
looking
butt.
Clench your
great.
butt.
Yeah.
Great butt.
Butt roll.
Grateful.
Yeah. Okay, I want to go to Amber. Be like, hey babe, so we need to get into that basement door, and I figured between the both of us, like you're all hot and strong, and like I work out. So I think between the two of us we can probably get that door open.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Just before they're about to run into the door,
Basically.
I point out to DK after reading the will that it says something about the you'll be given the key to the basement, and just ask her just exactly how wealthy my granddad was.
I'm gonna be already at the
Um,
basement door flexing like.
But I don't think you need to break down the door just yet. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get given the key
But
at a
like,
meeting.
yeah, but that's forever away, Elijah, and some of us have partying to do. Yeah, look,
But
Amber's
then party
ready.
away.
She's
You don't need to
flexible.
break into the
It's
basement.
very distracting, actually.
But it's
I mean,
stretched like
as far as I can see, it's just dark and it's an unfinished basement.
I
Like, you
also
can see
start stretching.
concrete.
I'm just like bending over. What, Elijah?
It's like
Elijah,
this-
there's
Yeah.
a second floor and an attic as well.
Oh yeah, I'd like to point out there is another floor upstairs. Maybe we can go see up there.
let's
And an
go.
attic.
Well, now I'm all limber, so I guess I can go climb stairs. I'll follow you.
Okay, let's go.
Are we all walking
Okay, so
upstairs?
We're all walking
Grab my-
upstairs.
Gotta take my bottle with me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you guys
I
wander
scoop
upstairs.
up my pizza ring.
I'm gonna change the image because we're going a little bit upstairs. Yeah,
I'm gonna run
so-
back and grab the other guy's backpack too, full of pot.
I run back
Okay,
and grab
so
Willis'
you have-
backpack as well.
Yeah, you can definitely take his his cannabis there, that's alcohol, and put that in your backpack. It's about, I think I said $700 worth of
Yeah.
vacuum sealed cannabis, permanent marker labeled. Yeah, you
That
go
was
up these
extra
stairs.
700.
I'm gonna tuck a little in my bra for later.
I mean, you could take one of the packages yourself. There's nothing stopping you. But I'll leave that to you, your own devices there if you want to do that or not. You guys go up these stairs together. Who's leading the way?
I guess I am.
Oh, ever the explorer, brave and trying to figure out what the truth is. You wander up the stairs with your friends behind you, trying to decipher what's going on in this building, and you find that the second floor is mostly just bedrooms. Just bedrooms, a few bathrooms. This is where, likely, in your vacation here, you would stay to just... you all would have a bedroom. It's fantastic. You could have a ton of friends here. All of the bedrooms on the second floor, it's a total of 8. And you guys are only 3, and your friend sleeping on the couch is 4. It's more people. More parties. But it all feels very insincere. Like somebody built this. They have these rooms. They're made up for people to come, but nobody has used these rooms. All of them are just sort of...
Are they just
No,
empty, or are there like clothes in there? And
there's beds and like dressers, but you can open up the dressers and there's nothing in there. It's like like somebody staged it for the idea that you would have visitors, and there are no visitors.
Right.
There is, of course, a master bedroom on this floor, and it seems to be the most lived in. There's empty bottle of whiskey on the floor next to the bed. It's a rather exquisite bed. There is a master bathroom with that bed. But overall, this just seems to be a floor where people would rest. There is access that you can find to the attic, presumably.
okay. Any paintings on the wall that show what Granddad looked like?
Yes. You can see paintings of himself and various women. as I said, he's a misogynist. And so to DK, this comes as no surprise that he has a series of paintings of him with his young wife of that time.
Disgusting. See, no pictures of me.
He has many different wives and many different paintings to illustrate that. It's a little weird to have those in this house, presumably with let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If he had an 8th wife at this point, it'd be weird to have that many paintings. But they all depict the same thing. And they don't make him look good.
Okay.
I would say if you want more details, he's like white. He's got silver hair and all these, goatee, that kind of thing. Does not look that much like DK. Mostly because he's a dude, but he's a little bit more heavy set.
Right. I guess we pick our rooms.
Yay! I'm gonna run to the biggest room I can find.
Master bedroom,
Master
or do you
bedroom?
want to pick one of the other guest rooms?
I'll take a guest room because it's DK's house.
Yeah, you get to sleep in the dead bed.
In the dead bed.
Oh,
Ron cleaned the sheets
the
first.
biggest
He had a
guest
lot of
room
wives.
isn't really much different from the others, but it's the one closest probably to the master bedroom. You can certainly take that. And you all probably pick your own rooms and start to put your stuff away. And after a while, you've all sort of settled into this, looked out the windows, and well, it's not great, but it's a nice building, I guess, in a sense. And you all probably come out at a certain point. And what is the next move at 4:45 p.m.?
I guess food.
There's food. There's an attic.
Preparing food.
There's a basement.
We can't really go into the basement just yet. We don't have the key. We can try
We
the
have
attic, see
options.
if it's open.
Yeah,
I'm
We're not
gonna
breaking down the
assume-
door.
If I can assume for a moment, you all probably went through like the dressers in your room that you chose, trying to see
Yeah.
if there's a key in there. That you didn't find any keys. None of you.
Okay.
You could try the attic, or you could go downstairs and try and, or well, sorry, not try. You could go downstairs
break
and
the
successfully
window.
make the food that you'd planned on making for your potential dinner. Have leftover pizza, that kind of thing.
What are we making for dinner?
We bought some
Fettuccine.
food.
That
You
sounds
got
good.
fettuccine. I thought you guys packed like burgers and stuff, but it is
do
winter.
like burgers.
It's after fall semester, so
No, let's do burgers. Is there a grill here? An outdoor grill?
I feel like these are microwave burgers.
God, how high was I?
We-
Fuck.
We did get them from the gas station.
no. You guys actually made your purchases before you left for that. Like you packed your suitcases, you got some food with your money. You didn't know necessarily, perhaps, that one of your friends was rich, but you all contributed. You have like burgers, hot dogs, fettuccine. We'll say you have a number of different meal options prepared in a college student fashion, where you've loaded them. Well, Elijah has loaded them into the fridge painstakingly.
You're welcome. Don't
is there
mess
You
it
might
up.
have like some fish or something.
I'm watching you, TK.
Barbecue. What?
Yeah.
There a
Yeah,
barbecue
I guess-
grill?
Yeah, I'll let you go outside there. You go downstairs, go out the back, and fuck yeah, they have a fantastic looking grill.
Fuck yeah! I'm gonna start grilling up burgers in my underwear.
All right.
That's
And,
are you
And then I saw
cold?
her face. Do. Now I'm a believer.
um,
I'm wearing a backpack.
ro-
No.
yeah. No, that's fine. And there's an umbrella over the grill, so water won't get on you. Smoke kind of billows out from underneath it. Go ahead and roll your smoking for your cooking roll.
And the grill's not even on yet. Get it? Because the smoke is mine.
I didn't actually.
A 9 is my best, and that's on the D10.
All right. Yeah, you start grilling these burgers, and with your grilling, you feel like the move of the food and everything. You have a couple things like black pepper and a little bit of paprika and everything. So you start putting on all those spices as you vibe out to your meal. But the rest of you, let's go with Amber. What are you doing while your comrade goes out to cook dinner?
Is there like a table or something nearby?
Sure. Yeah, you probably have a table in your room.
Actually,
Or
I'm gonna
or
follow DK down to the grill,
okay.
and then I'm just
Elijah,
gonna.
do you want to also follow, or did you have something you want to do otherwise?
I kind of wanted to check up in the attic.
Okay, so we'll get to you in just a moment. Then Amber, you can go down, follow DK.
Actually, I changed my mind. I'll follow Elijah up to the attic. I'm curious. I'm
Okay, so
curious.
you initially go downstairs and you stop seeing Elijah like looking up that stairway, and then going up there, you follow behind. We'll go with Elijah here. So you go up the stairs to the attic, expecting the door to be locked, and it is unlocked. You open the door, and it creaks open slightly. This simple wooden door. It does look like it could. Sorry, it does look like it could be locked. Um, but as you open the door, you see a very unfinished room like this. If you're watching the shared screen, or if it can even show, a very unfinished room with dim lighting, and in the center of this room is a couch, a very, very comfortable looking couch. Sort of has that felt looking touch to it. Looks nice and fluffy. And in front of it is a coffee table with coasters and a TV with like a DVD player attached to it. It's not a good TV. It's like one of those CRT televisions, like the dome. It's not flat screen. Yeah, it has a DVD player attached to it and a number of DVDs stacked on top of it. There's like a mini fridge right next to the couch. But otherwise, you just see this situation where somebody was watching movies up here. Nothing else in this attic. There's a presence behind you, but it's a good presence. Sorry, go ahead.
There's no other doors, no windows, nothing.
There's maybe one window at the end of this room. But it's like covered by a blanket.
Right. Any source of light? So like a hanging bulb or something, so I can turn on, look for a light switch.
Oh yeah. You can easily turn it on to see this room. There are 2 hanging bulbs, and turning on the light reveals the room to you. It's not great light, but it functions to reveal what you're seeing.
Okay. Right. Can I turn on the TV and see what is on there?
Yes, but with your keen eye as the nerd, as you walk towards this TV, you look at the coffee table, and on one of the coasters is a key. And because you've memorized the look of the lock that you want to open, the basement door, you are certain that is the basement door key. Okay. You look over at the DVDs, like next to the DVD player, next to the TV, and it says like Ginger Dead Man, Evil Bong, Killjoy 3, and you're like, these don't seem like a worthwhile expenditure of my time. Or do they?
No, they don't. entice me in one bit. I feel like this is something DK would be into. So I guess we'll take these for now. But also grab the key, yell to Amber behind. Amber's right behind me, is she not?
Yeah, Amber's scared. That is terrifying how close behind you Amber is.
Okay. So
Like
I
my
pick up the
wrist
key and I
touching.
turn around. She's right behind me. I get a little jump scare. I'm like, ah, okay.
Sharp violin.
Can I just be standing behind him like this?
100%. Yeah.
With bread knife.
with
bread
bread knife.
I get a jump scare and I was like, what are you doing? Oh my god. Where was I? I definitely remember when I was looking through the keyhole for the basement door. This key, I think, belongs to this door. And then I pick it up, show it to her, but like, I think we could use this key to get into the basement.
Amber.
Yeah, do I get a follow back? Yeah,
You're
say
the only
something.
one
Oh.
behind.
You're the only one there. I'm talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Talking to
You're
himself.
staring
You're
at the
talking to the
gingerbread
DM.
man
I was like,
DVD. You're in like, oh, that guy's a knife. And then you realize
like, I
that your
wonder if his is
comrade has been
sharper than
talking to you.
mine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Admiring a knife. I found this key on this coffee table. I think it belongs to the door downstairs for the basement.
Let's go. That's all you had to say. Basement key.
Okay. God. Is there anything else that we could look around for up here before we go down?
You can look into the mini
Yes,
fridge.
The mini fridge. I'm like,
You're both over by the coffee table at this point.
We're still
So you
trying
can
to
look
get
into
Lilith to talk.
well,
We need
Lilith is
Lilith.
sleeping. She's having good dreams.
I'm gonna draw a mustache on her later. Don't worry.
You look into the mini fridge, and it has it's a mini fridge, of course, so it only has 2 levels. There are Rolling Rock beers. Rolling Rock being a pale, like cheap beer from Pennsylvania, and it has Skittles and M&Ms.
Also
Sorry,
not sponsored.
the Skittles
Ooh,
didn't sound fair
M&Ms.
enough.
I'm
It's
excited
the
M&Ms.
the classic Skittles, classic M&Ms, on the lower level. It's just a mini fridge that's filled with those 3 things.
okay. Right. I also found these DVDs. I think DK might be into. They don't really entice me as much. And then I show them to Amber.
Those look awesome. Let's get totally shit faced and then watch them for a screen.
Sure. I guess we walk down to go to DK to see where she's at with the food, or we walk down and then she comes in. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble.
It's probably the first one there.
Okay.
You guys probably walk down. Did you want to just start watching without them, or did you want to follow with this plan?
I'll follow.
Yeah, it's more fun to watch violence with friends. You guys go down out into the pouring rain. Well, you probably open the back door to see DK grilling in the pouring rain with an umbrella over. And by the smell of it, food is just about to happen. But also,
You mean like it's
looking at
almost
the
done,
time-
or I'm just about to start it? I've just been out here
No,
dancing this whole time.
No. Yeah, your food is about to be ready to be served.
Okay, good.
I
already feel a little useless. I gotta
Oh
help
my
the
God.
team.
Inside of the kitchen area out there, or in the building, I should say, not out there. You can see the burger buns are ready. There's cheese and onions and lettuce and all of the condiments that you guys have prepped. That DK has set up there, and the burgers smell about ready. But we're approaching the end of this first session of the one shot, and so I think this is an appropriate moment to stop on.
Awesome.
Give you guys a taste of this burger flavored one shot. Give you an idea of how I run games and how terrible my internet is. and see if you guys enjoy playing games with each other. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys showing up and playing at least, and hopefully having a good time. And
It's been absolutely amazing.
I'm glad you guys have enjoyed. You guys are absolutely phenomenal to play with. The longer we go on, the more you guys open up, and it's just so much fun to me. But I'll throw it to Wrath here to wrap up on this stream, and other people who need to do their own in caps here, things like that.
Perfect. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. My name is Wrath. I've been your daddy tonight. We've been hanging out with Mr. Pickles, the mastermind of this game here. So everyone make sure you give a shout out and a warm thank you to Mr. Pickles over in the Discord. You can join that with the ! Discord command. Meanwhile, huge congratulations and a warm thank you to Kira. Hi. But also to hi, Kira. She knows when I'm ending my streams because that's her time to go outside and go on a walk. Huge shout out to our new players, the newbies here on the stream, joining us, to both, not mess up these names because they go by like 14 different names. It is OMG Rookie Y.
We call him Rookie.
I don't know why.
I don't know. If we can get a shout out in the chat, that'd be excellent. Also in the YouTube video, his content will be listed in the description.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, which of your like 17 names would you like me to address?
Just Living Dead Girl.
All right, Living Dead Girl. She streams on Twitch. I believe she's back to streaming on Twitch. Yeah. Do you have other content? Do either of you guys have other content like YouTube or anything else you guys want to shout out?
I mean, I haven't started my YouTube yet, but hopefully it will.
Soon. Okay, and then you've got
soon.
both. You can find it all. You've got links to everything on your Twitch, right? Perfect. Okay, so go check out their channels. Again, their information will be listed down below. Huge shout out to Lilith, great player. You played your role perfectly. The sleeping girl, she nailed it. Yeah, very good job.
I have faith that when she comes in, she with good internet and like good microphone, she'll do fantastic. I have confidence.
For sure.
For being sick, away, on vacation, not having any of your gear, I could already tell she had good energy, and I was like, all right, that's good. We'll see if they come back or if I get kicked off the show. We'll find out. This is not my usual thing. I was brought into this by Pickles mainly to just have a familiar face, I think. I feel like I may have been more detrimental bringing new people in and scaring them off than bringing them in and being encouraging. So we'll see. But I had a great time. Thank you guys for playing Pickles. Thank you for doing this. That's all I have. But before I drop, I want to do a real quick shout out to not new, but a podcast of one of my friends. They just dropped a new episode, literally as we were recording this, called "And I Took That Personally," which is officially in my top 3 podcasts on my Spotify Wrapped. Yeah. It was really funny because I was watching through my Spotify Wrapped with one of my friends, and all my podcasts on there were like D&D and yours, and they were like, "You're a nerd." I was like, "Yeah." But yeah, and I took that personally. You can find it over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Basically, it's a show where Mr. Pickles and another amazing person called Brad, otherwise known as Chison in the Discord, basically review movies like Evil Bong, which brings us.
We did the first one. I should say we just came out with a new episode. I Love You, Man. We talk about toxic masculinity. It's a lot of fun. It's a very long episode, and it took a long time to make, but we had a great time. I also have been covering every single Evil Bong movie from my solo attempt at podcasting. Yeah, I've got problems, but you can hear them on, and I took that personally.
Yeah, Mr. Pickles doesn't stream on Twitch, so that link in chat to Mr. Pickles is not him.
Yeah.
Well, they were last playing Final Fantasy. Chat's like, that doesn't sound right.
That's me.
But anyways, guys, that's it from me. Any closing comments, Rookie?
No, it's thank you so much for having us. It's been absolutely amazing. and hopefully we're back here Sunday if everything goes well.
Yeah, we definitely have another session. If you guys are willing to show up again to solve
For
this
sure.
mystery.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Excellent.
Any closing comments from Living Dead Girl? I was just gonna say Queen. There's so many. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You can call me Queen. Everybody else does. No. Just thanks for having us. It was fun. It's nice to get back into some kind of D&D.
Yeah, some kind.
I mean, like I've never done anything like this, but
It's a bastardized system. I'm gonna own it. This is a joke system that's supposed to be fast and easy.
I will say it was fascinating to me when Queen popped into the Discord and was like, "Hey, is anyone available? There has any games coming up or anything?" And I was like, "Well, there's Strange Chat Golden Ridge, but also there's King's Crossing," and I gave my whole pitch. And the next thing I found out, she's like, "I want Pickles Bastard System one shot," and I was like, I don't know if I'm offended or just very impressed.
No. We'll get them into King's Crossing, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, we evil bonged with
we
Pickle."
gotta seduce them into King's Crossing.
Yeah.
good. We're very seducible. It's okay. You don't have to
Can't
try
wait
hard.
Too. We have so much in common. Anyways, for everyone watching, that's it from us. Thank you guys for such a great show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment all the things, tell us how beautiful we all are, and subscribe for more. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one later.